They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Like this commercial break. Did you need 15 seconds away from music or 15 seconds to eat a Reese's? Perhaps it's true. Everything happens for a Reese's.
This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
Triple shot half calf oat milk 2 pumps extra foam. Your coffee order might be getting a little complicated. Your toothpaste doesn't have to be. Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste keeps it simple with a powerful ingredient that works hard for you. Baking soda. That's why it's the #1 dentist recommended baking soda toothpaste. As you brush, the baking soda particles dissolve to help break down plaque and stains for a whiter smile. So your teeth can feel clean, look bright, and make brushing a no-brainer. Try Arm & Hammer toothpaste. Simple, powerful, clean.
I'm just like in the moment, listening to the song. All of a sudden, I go on Twitter and I see this fucking picture. Like, I'm not even sleeping, and I can prove it to you. You know I play jazz. Sometimes when you close your eyes.
Dude, every jazz solo I ever saw you play. Little sexy sax. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment.
Yeah, baby.
And brought to you by Peloton. Find your push. Find your power.
Push.
With Peloton. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio, hence New Heights. And shout out to the old Bearcats. Back on the winning train a couple weeks in a row, man. We are rolling right now. It's fun watching the Cats. But back to New Heights. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, or wherever you get your podcast. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show. That is with 1 S. Jason, why don't you tell the people about this amazing episode?
Oh, we got an incredible episode lined up here. We're going to talk about the Chiefs staying undefeated in the Super Bowl rematch against San Fran. Saquon's big return to the Meadowlands. We're also going to get into time out of the house. That's right. In particular, my time out of the house. We're also going to be joined by legend CC Sabathia. How about that, baby? Former Cleveland Guardian.
To be honest, I kind of like the Guards. I like the Guardians.
I'm going to be very honest. I don't think Guardians is a good team name. I get that it's the
Guardians
thing.
of the
two
city,
statues, baby. The 2 statues on the bridge. I would have rather have been the Cleveland statues. I think that's cooler than Cleveland. I do not like the Cleveland Guardians one bit. Just being honest.
I don't know about the statues, dude.
The Cleveland Pillars, the Cleveland Stones. Like, I don't like, it could have been so many other things. I said Guardians is a stupid name. I don't like the Guardians. I don't know why.
Cleveland Carnegie Bridge.
Yeah, exactly. The Carnegies. I mean, I don't know.
We're not going to get in on this, man. I'm with it, man.
I don't like that one. I don't like Commanders. Maybe it's just because I'm too
Spiders.
old now that I just don't like new names.
Yeah.
Like, what are other expansion names? Like,
dude, I'm still waiting on the Utah Hockey Club to get a name, man. Just be the Yetis, man. Come on,
please.
Man.
Yetis would have been great.
Come on.
Like, Yetis would have
the
nailed
Utah
it.
Yetis? That shit sounds sweet.
They're the Utah Hockey Club? So weak. That is such a preppy fucking name for a goddamn team.
No, it's the same thing as the football team.
What, do you have to go to the game? You have to go to the game in like a suit and tie. You got to have your blazer on and a tie on. Otherwise, you don't get into the club.
No, man. It's
sounds
just
terrible.
It's got to be just a placeholder until they find their like real name. It can't be called the fucking hockey club.
Who knows? They'll probably do. Yetis is way better though. Yetis is a great name. What's another expansion team recently? Ooh, what's the Kraken? That's not bad.
The Kraken was sweet. Yeah,
pretty
Seattle
cool.
Kraken,
it's not bad.
I like that one.
The most recent football team is the Texans. Is that the most recent expansion, like brand new football team? I mean, other teams have moved location.
Yeah, nobody
Texans.
switched
I like
names.
the name Texans. We've been through this in the last year. Like Texans, I think it's a pretty good one. It's not very creative, but I like the Oilers better. Yeah, Guardians.
All right, well, let's get a little.
Okay. Anyways, let's get to some. Let's get this show started with a little bit of news.
New news.
Hey-yo.
That's right. New news is brought to you by Timberland and Vans.
No, I like my butters.
You do love your butters, man. And I got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers, man. Let's start this thing off with a little kicking challenge. The first bit of new news, Jason, our episode with Pat McAfee last week, you have officially been called out by our friends at Timberland and Vans.
Been called out.
Let's watch this clip.
Called out for what?
Oh, yeah. How you doing? This is Steve Van Dorn from Vans. We got famous Daniel here. We made some special shoes up right here. Checkerboard, football cleats.
Oh, my gosh.
These are what I kicked in. Let's see if you can kick them in your Tims to match a 100K donation.
Oh,
okay.
I like how he ended that video.
What? He said he was famous, Dan? Do you know who that Dan was? You didn't? I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he's a big TikToker.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, he made it.
There's no chance I'm going to make this.
You can't make a field goal, Jason?
No chance. Not in Tim's.
Why do you think you can't make a field goal in Tim's?
Because they're heavy-ass boots and my hip flexors don't work because I ripped them off the bone when I had sports hernia. Pat McAfee just talked about how he tore his hip flexor playing soccer last week. Do you know what it's going to be like with my big goofy ass trying to kick a ball at this age? I'm not messing with you.
This age? You were just in the NFL last year.
And now I am
Pat's been out for like 5 years.
Yeah, let me tell you, it drops quick. I get underneath that squat bar and I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing still trying to squat 315.
Why the fuck are you under a squat bar?
I don't know, just because I like hurting my back. I think
I just love the feeling of my knees cracking while I try and lift this weight.
I'm a messed up individual. For some reason, I like it.
I'm a little fucked up.
Connor Barwin one time punted a ball after practice and his knee was never the same. It bothered him for the rest of his career. Like,
yeah, you got to understand, you can't be all quad right there. You can't
be all VMO.
Yeah, you got to be
it out a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be hip flexor. You got to be, everything's got to work together when you're kicking, man. Because if you get hyperextend that thing if you're doing it wrong.
Listen, if it's for charity, I'll tear my hip flexor for charity. I don't need it anymore.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's a Cleveland ball player right there.
All right. I don't really know how this is going to be facilitated, whether I have to make it, what the deal is with Timberland and Vans.
But the challenge is accepted.
Yeah. Famous Dan. Was it Famous Dan?
Stan?
What was that? I think it was Dan. Brandon's going to type. It was Famous
Dan. It was Dan.
Okay,
you
cool.
were right. You got to get memory.
Thank you, intern Brandon. Well, I'm going to have to go straight on. I can't soccer style in Tim's, right?
It's gotta be boot.
It's got to be Lou
style,
Groza, like toe, right?
Square toe that thing. You can get it in there.
Should I put like a little, the old square toe cleats they used to make specifically for kicking?
What are you talking about? You talking about the steel toes that you wore during the season last year?
I didn't stop.
This dude was out there in steel-toed cleats, and it was crazy.
I do have a modified cleat, but it was not the flat front. The way they used to literally make like a flat front.
You gotta put that cleat in like a frame.
Dude,
with like a little
bit on it.
with a little flashcard that says like how it was made and like how many games you played. I'm gonna
make a whole video with Dom the Cobbler in South Philly. He was the one who used to hook me up, Dom the Cobbler.
They put tar on it.
I didn't even know there were cobblers.
That's funny.
I thought that was like an old. That was a profession that went extinct when they invented machinery. I didn't know there were still cobblers, but there are.
Well, stay tuned to all the New Heights social channels and tune in next week to see what we have in store and how you can participate in this fun charity fundraiser that involves Jason trying to make a field goal in Timberlands.
All righty. Huge announcement. We've officially started the Heights Hotline. That's right. And we want to hear from you.
Nice.
We're trying to figure out ways to hear from our fans and everybody out there that listens to this show on a weekly basis. We obviously appreciate you guys so much. So we've decided to create a hotline number. That's right. The number is 929-399-7260. Hopefully somebody will put that number on the screen.
Why isn't this like 1-800 New Heights or something?
Yeah, what does that spell? Brandon said those are hard to get.
This is hilarious.
Again, that's 929-399-7260. You can call in and ask us questions, and we will replay the actual audio. So there's a chance you make it on the show, which I think is pretty cool. without us just reading it. We actually hear your voice. The topic for the first Heights Hotline, one that will be put in the episode, is going to be relationships. That's right. Ask us any questions you have about relationships. Yeah, leave us a voicemail and ask to solve any issue or whatever questions you might have.
Well, the next caller, this is the ladies' man. How can I help you? We're trying to be our own Leon Phelps. This is pretty good.
So, the only thing left to do is record the outgoing message. So, should we do that right now? Yep.
Yeah, let's go. We got to get
Okay,
it. This is going to be about relationships.
What's the answering machine message? Hello, you've reached the New Heights Hotline.
Yeah.
Please leave us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
With some advice for your relationships. We are the ladies' men.
There's also a strong chance we don't get back to you because there's probably going to be way too many people to get back to, but rest assured, we sure do appreciate you calling.
Not right now.
If you want to check out the Heights Hotline and see if we choose your voicemail, make sure to sign up for Wondery Plus. You'll also get early access to episodes without interruptions, and we're still giving you 3 months free of Wondery Plus. This Wondery Plus offer is only available for a limited time. Visit Wondery.com/New Heights offer to redeem.
If it's free, give me 3. Let's keep this thing moving. We're still in the Wondery Plus realm with our film club. All right, now speaking of our bonus content, last week we released our first New Heights Film Club episode. How about that? And we got some fun replies from a few familiar faces.
Hey!
We got a shout out from Bridget herself, Blake Lively. Shout out to Blake. And Blake saw our Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants clip and posted this response on Instagram.
I knew it. I knew those pants didn't have anything to do with it.
You're a psycho.
I called it from the moment I saw it. These pants ain't important at all.
It's just the title. That's it. That's all it is. It didn't have anything to do with it.
But Blake, thank you so much for proving me right and for offering that bit of knowledge that the author actually didn't want the pants in it, but instead wanted to have some type of magical thing because of Harry Potter. And
so good.
It's great.
Yeah, I loved it. And what a great response. And we needed that. We needed that clarification.
We did. Blake was also not the only cast member we heard from. We also got a couple mentions from the one and only Tibby. That's right. Amber Tamblin. I approve of this poster and both of you. Bunch of pants, bunch of females, bunch of hearts. XO Tibby.
Shout out to Amber. Appreciate you you catching the Wondery Plus or at least hearing about it and giving your approval. We appreciate that. Any thoughts on the next film club movie? Should it be a Thanksgiving / holiday theme since it'll come out in November?
I think we did a chick flick. Now we got to balance it out and do just the most masculine movie of all time.
All right, let's see. Let's take it to the 92%ers on some masculine movies, maybe some Terminators, maybe some.
What are some of the opposite ends of the spectrum of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Oh, yeah.
What movies do you guys think we can do? I also want to hear what the Swifties think, or like the masculine movies. Like, what do you think they're going to say? I want to hear
this so bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, this would be good.
Rambo, freaking Die Hard.
Ooh.
Really, any 80s or 90s action movie has got to be just like Commando. This would be good. This would be good.
Jesus.
Bloodsport. Bloodsport is the manliest movie. That should win. I fucking love Bloodsport. God, I love that movie.
I'm down to watch it.
We'll see what you guys say on that front. And once again, we also want to mention that New News is brought to you by our friends at Timberland and Vans.
I'm about to go get some fresh butters right now. Let's talk a little Out of the House. Moving on to Out of the House. It's Out of the House is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express. Jason got out of the house this week.
I did.
How about it? This weekend, I should say, in Miami, and we got to talk about it. You took a nap at the Arrows Tour.
I did not take a nap.
What is that all about?
Travis, you know I didn't take a nap. I did not take a nap.
How are you? This show is absolutely electric. It's the greatest show that's ever been on stage, and you're over here falling asleep?
Not only was it the greatest show, but obviously I went to the 2 London shows. This Miami show was incredible. And I think part of it's like, I don't know if it's the fact that we're back in the U.S., because I think the London crowd was incredible. But the rain and everything, dude, it was like on another level. I text you halfway through it. Like, dude, this rain, Tay is killing it. Dude, when Reputation came on and she came out in the new outfit and the rain was coming down and the place could have fucking erupted. I mean, it did. Like, it was, the amount of energy was insane. It was so exciting. But back to this photo, I'm going to give a little, I guess, background to this. So Kylie is holding Elliot, right? Ellie was just with me. We were dancing and I was sitting down. So I'm on the same level with her.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to, we're out in the middle of the open right here. And we brought a bunch of people to the show because a bunch of people have been asking us, hey, when are you going to Taylor Swift shows? And Mom went for the first time and we're trying to figure out, we go out there and I realize I'm in like the middle of the open. Like, it isn't like a box. It's like enclosed. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit down and not be, I don't want, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm standing, I'm holding Ellie. I feel like I'm kind of in a fishbowl, like everybody's staring at me. So I just sit down. I'm dancing with Ellie. Ellie goes over to Kylie. And then I'm just like sitting here and I'm just like feeling it. And I'm like, oh, and I'm tapping my thigh and I'm just like in the moment listening to the song. And then all of a sudden I go on Twitter and I see this fucking picture. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even sleeping, and I can prove it to you. There's evidence in this photo that I'm not sleeping.
You calling Bo Allen a liar?
Bo didn't say I was sleeping. Bo did not say I was sleeping. He just posted the picture.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say I was sleeping.
I thought you said you were sleeping.
No.
You were just feeling the groove, huh?
Jets Jake, zoom in on my right hand in post. Make sure that Travis sees this. My hand is hovering. You can't sleep with your hand hovering above your knee.
Yeah, it is.
It's impossible.
Nice.
I'm not major pain. How am I can't sleep with my eyes open, much less with my hand hovering above my knee. That's because I'm slapping my leg.
Tubby.
I was going like this. I'm going like this.
Two tubby.
And you know I play jazz. Sometimes when you close your eyes.
Dude, every jazz solo I ever saw you play. Little sexy sax.
Like, I'm like, so I'm kind of half joking, but this is like one of my favorite parts about the show because the mist of the rain had just like started to get into my face. Elliot was with Mom. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh. And I'm tapping my leg and I'm just in the moment. I invite Bo Allen and his mom. It's her birthday.
Nice, Mama Allen.
Sister.
Nice.
Grace. And then all of a sudden, friendly fire. Like, I'm nervous about all these other people getting pictures with me and Ellie, and I'm trying to have a moment. And then all of a sudden I see this. Betrayed by one of my best friends.
That's how it happens. That's not betrayal. That's just a
You're
good
right.
friend.
That's just called being a friend.
It's called being a best friend. Well, I had all the FOMO in the world with the entire family and a lot of our friends being there. I had a bunch of friends that were also down by the stage that had been to a few shows overseas, and they were saying the same thing that you're saying. The Miami stadium was just on another level.
Dude, it was incredible.
And,
it was incredible.
Man, I wish I was there. Also, there was a little bit of confusion among the Swifties. They apparently confused Kylie with Bo Allen, and that is not; those aren't two people that
not
I
sure
think
how
ever
you get
should.
Those two mixed up.
I'm sure Bo was flattered.
I don't know who's more disrespected, Kylie or Bo. Bo, that everyone thought a former nose guard in the NFL is now a female. Or Kylie, that everybody thought you were a hairy nose guard with your arms exposed.
We would like to recreate this comment section with a little dramatic reading.
Travis will play the miscellaneous Brewer, and Jason will play Shells Ray. Okay, let's go. Let's see what our voice acting skills sound like.
Oh, God. Miscellaneous Brewer? He's a brewer, so he's a drunk. Kylie is so beautiful, down to earth. Look at those ripped field hockey arms. I mean, she's just the glue, the neck, the foundation Kylie is giving us Midwestern moms life.
It's a great Midwestern mom voice. All right, Shells Ray response. Where do you see her arms, lol? Kylie is sitting in front of Donna. Someone else is holding Wyatt.
Isn't that her dancing around Jason in that cowboy hat? And look at those guns.
No, that's a man. That's Bo Allen. Kylie is sitting in front of Donna holding Elliot.
Sorry, I put my glasses on and clearly that's not Kylie. Okay. But whoever that woman is, good on those muscles. Sorry, I'm blind.
Whoever that woman is. Yeah, and finally, we also heard from the mystery woman in question herself, Bo BBL Allen. And he said she wishes she had this ass.
Jesus.
Which, I'm not going to lie.
Who doesn't?
I do not. I'm very happy she does not. As bootylicious as Bo Allen's behind is, I'm starting to throw up in my mouth thinking about Kylie having Bo Allen's ass.
All right, well, let's keep it moving then. Overall, did the family have a good time at the show?
Everyone had a good time.
Who doesn't have a good time at
and
the
everyone, not only did everybody have a good time, but everybody has been texting over the last couple of days since then. Like, dude, she's just incredible. And the show's incredible. Miami was another level of it. I'm excited for her to be back out on tour for this like final leg of the Era's run here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was an incredible
cool,
trip. So keep killing it, Tay.
Keep killing it.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that went to the Era's tour down in Miami. Special shout out to my friends that came along. Obviously, maybe King Swifty now, Bo Allen, who knows way too many Swifty references. His sister Grace. And, of course, the birthday woman herself, Susie Allen, as well as Donna Kelsey's first show, Elliot Kelsey's first show, Wyatt Kelsey's first show. It was an awesome time down there, man. It was great.
Yeah, and shout out to Tay for powering through a few rain shows there.
Dude.
Yeah, and that does it for Out of the House, brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
All right, let's get into some Week 7 recaps, starting with the Chiefs. Chiefs 28, 49ers 18 in the Super Bowl rematch. What are your thoughts, Trev?
I mean, it's tough to call it a Super Bowl rematch. I mean, there were
Each
different
team's
guys
different.
out there.
Yeah.
Different guys out there. Obviously, same organization, same head coach. A lot of the same big time players, or big name players, familiar faces. But at the end of the day, we had a lot of guys step up on our team, at least that didn't play in the Super Bowl. And then on top of that, it was just it was a tough game, man. It was a get dirty type game. I mean, we ran the ball a lot. Kareem Hunt was getting downhill and finding extra yards after contact. Same with my guy Carson Steele. Dundee hitting the hole like a maniac, man. And it was just it started off a little slow for us, but I think we ended up catching some wind, feeling some confidence there, and really just playing together, man. Just being accountable when your number's called. And we found ways to put up some touchdowns, man. And that was the biggest thing going into that game as an offense was, man, when we get in the red zone, man, enough of these field goals. Even though we love Harrison Butker, and he's going to make some big field goals for us again this year. Let's put up some touchdowns, man. We work our tail off to get in that red zone, and then all of a sudden, we settle for 3, and it's just, let's reward ourselves by getting that ball in the end zone, and that's what we did, man.
And nobody is better at getting it in the end zone after the bye week than Andy Reid.
All right, now.
At 22-4, he has the highest winning percentage after the bye in NFL history. Yeah, what does Andy do differently than other coaches during the bye? I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's his secret sauce, man. He's got the formula, man. He has a unique way to find routines that challenge everybody in the building to be accountable, if that makes sense. Like he has a way to challenge the offensive line. He has a way to challenge the receivers, knowing that a lot of guys are banged up. He has a way to challenge Pat Mahomes. And on top of that, he has a way to challenge the coaches to be able to put us in successful positions. And I think, you give him that extra week of preparation and to think about it and to like really put a game plan together. Coach Reid does it better than anybody, in my opinion. I think that record proves it.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, like you just said, is Andy's a great coach. And when you give any great coach more time to prepare, they're going to be that much more dangerous. And you guys came out right from the gate, and it felt like the offense was humming. I know there's some interceptions and some turnovers, but
tip pass.
It was going. And then on top of that, I mean, we got to talk about Spags. I know.
Oh, man. Come on now, baby.
Yeah, baby.
In
The
Spags,
defense
we trust.
Brock had a rough day out there trying to throw the ball. Now, he was missing some horses. They've had the injury bug just like you guys have.
And you hate to see
Ayuk going down in the middle of it. That was
this,
terrible. I hate watching it.
It sucks, man. And guys it's really unfortunate, man. This year it just seems like injuries are happening to a lot of teams, and it's like big name guys on the team are getting hit with them. And you just hate to see it, man. Especially when they're good dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that never makes it easy, but at the same time, man, that's football, brother. You got to find a way to the next man up has got to be ready. And that's just, unfortunately the game we played and the game we loved, man.
Dude, Deebo Samuel has pneumonia.
That sucks, man.
How rare is that? I don't know that I've.
Especially like right now.
Young,
I feel like
guy.
Hopefully Deebo gets healthy quick, man. You never like to hear that.
For sure. Defense is dominant. They finished with 3 interceptions, 1 sack, 5 tackles for loss, and 6 quarterback hits. Insane stat. The defense hasn't allowed a 300-yard passer since the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Rookie safety Jaden Hicks came up with one of the biggest plays of the game when he picked off Brock Purdy in the fourth quarter. It was Hicks's first career interception. How about that?
Jay Hicks, baby. Right on time, man. Especially big time on the goal line too. Man, you see one of those things, man. That's one of those you jump off the bench like, woo! Stole one, baby.
Yeah, baby. You already talked about Kareem Hunt and Mecole Hardman, but obviously both of those guys coming in and having big games. We talked about the Niners having injuries. Obviously, you guys have been thrust with a bunch of them as well. And you guys are having guys step up. Kareem Hunt ends with 2 touchdowns on 78 yards rushing.
Reem.
Mecole had a couple cool design plays as well as a reverse or an around.
A few jet sweeps, had a big punt return. Mecole is he's always there, man. He's always ready. And for whatever reason, man, he's just got the 49ers number. Last time we were in San Francisco, I should say, he had a big game. I think he had something like 2 or 3 touchdowns, big time in the return game. On top of that, he had a lot of jet sweeps as well, man. I don't know if they realized he's one of the jet sweep kings out here, man. This is what he does. You just get the ball in his hands running fast and good things are going to happen.
Dude, something that Andy does so well as the coach for the Buccaneers and Baker and what they're doing down in Tampa, they get the ball to really athletic guys in space. Like they'll take the shots down the field when they need to, but they do such a good job of, hey, let's just get it to a really fast guy in a lot of open area. And it seems so simple, but
no, they're creative. He's creative with doing that. You know what I mean? Because all that stuff can get shut down if you're showing any tells or
correct.
The defense can scheme you up with that kind of stuff. But at the same time, man, get the ball in Mecole Hardman's hand. Let him go ahead and rock. Hand that thing off to Kareem Hunt. Yeah, exactly.
If you give a fast guy space to be fast,
man, we have one end around. It felt like Worthy was going to just absolutely take it to the house, and for whatever reason, it just like 49ers players just popped out of the sky and just like surrounded him. I was like, man, I could have swore that he was going to take that to the house. It
had to bubble just like a little bit, and I felt like guys got out in front maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, you already know. You never know on some of those jet sweeps and end arounds how that thing's timing up because you're so focused on the defense and trying to get your guy that you just never know where the guy with the ball is.
The other guy that continues to play well, even though everybody likes to highlight his touchdown to interception ratio, is Pat Mahomes, or Pat Truck Holmes, as he might be referred to now.
Pat Truck Mahomes. I like to call it Pat Vic.
Pat Vic.
Yeah, using those legs, baby.
First, he had the longest run of his career, a 33-yard scamper along the sideline at the end of the third quarter, which, if we're being honest, he kind of used his quarterbackness to his advantage there.
Man, get out of here. You watch it again. That Kareem pushes the guy out of bounds.
All right.
Watch it again.
Easy.
The guy, Kareem is literally over there in the flat. All right. Gets away from him. Kareem sees 53, pushes him. Touché. He loses balance.
Okay,
and then gets in the way of 90.
Touché.
I'm not trying to hear this, man.
I'm saying touche. I'm sorry, I didn't see the push.
I hear what everybody's saying. Some quarterbacks definitely take advantage of that. I think Pat has been pretty solid with if he's getting out of bounds, he's doing it because he can't get any more yards with his legs. He's not going to try and trick a guy of going out of bounds and then do it. It's like the old fake slide. I just don't see Pat doing it. Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. He definitely was pushed.
He never looked like he was running out of bounds. He was running towards the sideline. Yeah.
The other guy slowed down, but that was more because they thought that he was going to get forced out. I think you're right. I think it's a good point out, Trev. I missed that.
I hear what everybody's saying, though. I get it. Sometimes quarterbacks are protected on that sideline, and it can get guys to play a little bit more cautious and not just absolutely try and take his head off like the good old days of football right now.
After the game, Pat said he didn't realize that was his longest run.
Either did I.
I need to get my yards up because 33 is not that long.
Yeah.
For a guy that scrambles as much as Pat, you would think that he would have a longer one, right?
I mean, I've seen him take off on some guys now. I didn't realize that 33 was his longest either. I know there was the one in the playoffs in 2019 against the Titans right before half that he actually cut back and got in the end zone on that one. Like rumbled and bumbled and stumbled his way into the end zone, almost fumbled it, but he held on to it. I thought that one was longer, but I guess 33. I mean, numbers don't lie. History don't lie, man.
We got Pat McAfee, our friend of the show, obviously, with our latest guest before this episode, had this tweet, Pat Mahomes rolling, a little Forrest Gump chip. Yeah, is that a fair? I don't think Pat really runs like Forrest.
He doesn't have any knee drive. Are you kidding me? That's all that Forrest
is robotic.
Had. Forrest has got that real high knee drive. Pat runs
Pat's
like he doesn't have any knees. Yeah,
Pat is like loosey-goosey.
He is. I'll say this. There's a meme or there's like a GIF online right now of an ostrich running away from a dog. And he's like just like weaving in and out. I'm just like that. I mean, that's Pat Mahomes, a little top heavy with the skinny legs, and he's out there just kind of like leaning. And he's scampering though. He's out of there. The ostrich can roll now.
Dog, this is so accurate.
Like the
head is the hip, the bro.
He'd be out there sliding.
It's a deceptive ass ostrich.
Yeah,
that looks just like it. That's so good, dude. You remember? Because I thought of Kyler Murray was doing it yesterday too, and the hips were going all over the place. It kind of reminds me of you remember that Dak Prescott warm up that he did the one year, and his like hips are. He's like.
He's shooting he's firing
where the hips don't move similar to like the rest of his body. Whenever I think of Pat running, I always think of the hips. Those are immediately where I go. Chiefs linebacker Drew Tranquil on Patrick Mahomes' running style. Maybe people underestimate what's under that dad bod.
Shout out to Pat Vick.
Then on that same drive, 4th and 1, Pat runs it into the end zone and trucks Mustafa, who I think, if we're being honest, I think he was laying the wood multiple times in the game.
All game he was, yes.
I think he was going for the ball. It looked like he was trying to reach and get the ball out of Pat's right hand and just was not ready for the contact.
I don't think he was ready for it. And I mean, yeah.
Hey,
sometimes you got to be a ball player. I'll tell you what, he rookie in the league, guy's got a lot of upside, flies around. I mean, I wasn't ready for him a few times. He came downhill and got a few of our running backs. So the guy's definitely got a lot of promise to be a great player for the Niners. Not that he isn't already, but this was kind of his welcome to the NFL moment. And he even said it was online. So he's a good sport about it. And that's how you know you're confident that you're a good player, man. You can understand that, all right, listen, man, there's other good players out here. And sometimes you just get got.
Sometimes you get, like we've talked about, everybody gets got. The Chiefs, with that touchdown, went up 21-12 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Pat on the play said he wasn't even trying to lower his shoulder. He's really trying to absorb the hit because he knew it was coming. That dad bod, man, I had enough weight on me where he just went down. A lot of NFL fans ran with this, comparing the bod of Mustafa and Patrick Mahomes. Dude, this is such a bad picture of Pat. They'll never just let him live down. It's just always going to be.
My dog hadn't seen sun in like 3 months, man.
And then, as you already alluded to, Malik Mustafa online was a good sport about it. I ain't going to lie. I'm getting cooked.
Oh, yeah.
Also had this special formation unleashed. Wonder how much more we're going to see this year with Carson Wentz out on the field. How about that?
Carson, baby.
So you guys go tackle over.
Yep.
So the center is actually Wentz is behind the center, and Joe Tooney is snapping him the ball.
Yep.
Mahomes is behind Creed, but Creed doesn't have the ball. Mm-hmm. You're in the backfield. Hunt is I don't even know what position that is. He's like
It's like a wing.
but his hand's on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, this is why it's so fun. Who the hell knows what's about to happen in this formation?
Well, Fred Warner knew, unfortunately.
Did
He stuffed it. I mean, we got some yards, don't get me wrong, but we thought that was going to be a guaranteed touchdown because it was just, I mean, it's tough to, those one-off plays when you practice them so long. This thing's been in the playbook for, I mean, a long, long time, man. And we had practiced, getting that thing perfect, making the exchange smooth and getting the right guys out there. And sure enough, it's a fun way to get our guy Carson Wentz in the game, baby.
I will say running at the tight end and tackle over, normally, at least I feel like when we try to do it, you go tackle over in short yardage and like goal line situations because it's heavy man coverage. And when you have the tackle over, more of the man coverage guys have to go and push towards that side of the formation.
Mm-hmm.
So it leads to like a huge
running away from it. Yeah.
Yeah. But what do I know? Shut
Kareem almost, strong-armed his way through some tackles there. But we ended up finding a way to get that thing in the end zone.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters, baby.
Everyone's banged up from both Super Bowl teams. It's the Niners are out. I mean, Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I don't even want to list all the guys because I think it's more than that. You guys are down people. Is the Super Bowl hangover a real thing? I mean, you guys have won back-to-back Super Bowls, and you guys are 6-0 right now, so I don't.
Yes and no. I mean, there's definitely something about, the feeling you have after a Super Bowl. You want to first of all, you want to get that opportunity back. Like it burns your fucking soul that you want to get that opportunity back. And then on top of that, man, you just have to have the fortune of being successful, or have the fortune of being healthy and having your best players out there at the right times and in big moments. And you got to find a way to win ball games. And that's not easy, especially when you have success, because you can get caught up in, kind of some of the stuff you've done last year. The really good coaches find ways to keep it fresh, to keep it new. Keep putting their players in successful positions. And we've been lucky that we've had two of the best coordinators to ever do it, in my opinion, and Coach Reed and Spags. And obviously I'm saying this as the entire coaching staff is chiming in on these game plans. And it's a lot of hard work that you got to be able to go back and dig deep and fight through a lot of stuff that got you to that Super Bowl. And sometimes it's you just got to be fortunate, and it's at the same time you just got to be ready for anything to happen, man.
LeBron's stat of the game: McCall Hardman is the first player since 2020, Nyheim Hines, to record 15-plus rushing yards, 15-plus receiving yards, and a 50-plus punt return yards in a single game. That is definitely a LeBron stat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shout out to Cole for getting in on the stats, man. LeBron stats, that is.
Next week, the Chiefs are away versus the Raiders.
The Raiders.
The last time the Chiefs played the Raiders, as every Raiders fan in Tahoe let us know, the Chiefs lost on Christmas Day. It was like,
yeah, definitely. They were fired up to play a division rivalry that was that had got the better of them over the course of the past couple of years, but they were ready to play, and they came out and they smacked us, man. We weren't ready for it, and we gotta definitely make sure that we don't get complacent this week, and we come ready to play, because that team, that's a fiery team, man. They play their tails off every single day. Chiefs
are 5-0 at Allegiant Stadium since it opened in 2020. Raiders just signed former Bearcat.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter. Got my guy Des Ritter in there, man.
Who is the start? Is Minshew? Minshew's been in and out.
I think right? Minshew's in. I think O'Connell just got banged up, so they had to bring in somebody.
All right. Let's talk about some of the other big storylines from Week 7, including the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know it. Eagles 28, Giants 3, and Saquon's return to the Meadowlands, and boy, was it a return. I'm not even going to say it. I don't think it was a revenge game, but I think Saquon definitely appreciated how hard everybody was blocking for him on this day, because he had 187 total yards and a touchdown. We can watch these highlights all day. I mean, he was absolutely fucking rolling and just dragging guys.
Yes, he was.
He had 176 of that 187 on the ground. The second most against a former team in NFL history. The first was Cedric Benson with the Bengals when he played the Bears. 189 on the ground. So
God dang.
There you go. Saquon was asked about the emotions surrounding this game in his post-game interview. To be honest, I'm so happy this game is over. I don't think I should get, besides the day, any more questions about the Giants. But like I always said, I'm thankful for that organization. They're the team that drafted me. I still got nothing but love and respect for all the guys over there, but I'm happy to be an Eagle. And that's about as classy as you can get as a player. And that's what you love to see.
Yeah, man.
He was also asked about seeing the fans burning his jersey. He replied, I don't think I ever experienced anything like that in my life. In that moment, I was ready for 3rd and 1. Let's just say that. Yeah, well, it might have been a little revenge game, especially if they're out there burning jerseys. Is this even fair to call it a revenge game for Saquon?
I don't know. Revenge game? I don't think it's a revenge game. I mean, it's just he's playing his former team. It's not like, I mean, there's obviously bad blood there in some ways, but Saquon was very adamant that he still has a love and respect for everybody in that organization. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like, obviously, the Giants weren't willing to spend the amount necessary to keep him, and that's the way the business works. And Saquon ended up signing with the Eagles, and I think it probably felt good to go out there and play really well against a team that you at one point probably envisioned playing your whole career for. And obviously with, the fans, listen, whenever fans are getting into the action, it energizes guys. And for sure, I think he was excited to get out there and play really well.
Should we encourage fans to boo owners and managers more?
I think fans should do whatever they want. I think if it feels right to boo owners and managers, boo them. I don't really know the setting. I guess you could do that at games, but I don't know how that would come across.
Yeah.
We're booing but I had a tweet that obviously I said I didn't really understand why Saquon is getting all this hate.
Saquon, nice.
Saquon.
Love a good wordplay, man. Fuck.
Listen, I get why the fans booed him. I get, he's playing for a rival. I get all that. And that New York fans are upset that he's playing for the Eagles. 100% get that. The act like he's the bad guy in this situation or that it's his fault that this didn't work out, I think is bogus. And I think, at the end of the day, the business side of it didn't align with the Giants in Saquon. And the Giants had an opportunity to make it align, and they felt like they didn't want to. So I don't know how Saquon is the bad guy here for going out and getting what he's deserved.
I'm with you, man.
And to have a star player that is a hard worker, a great guy in the locker room, unbelievable player, athletically, mentally, I don't know what else you want. I just don't know what else you want. Like, what are you trying to keep around?
You love to see those guys.
I get it. They're in a rebuilding year. Either way, I was a part of the decision in Cleveland when people were burning LeBron's jerseys. That's a much different situation that happened here.
Never burned mine.
Yeah.
I still got my shit.
Trav kept his.
I didn't get a Heat jersey, but I got some of those Heat kicks. I got the South Beaches. I got a few kicks that he wore down there.
I just feel like, I don't think this is the same situation.
Well, shout out to Saquon for having a big day. He helped out the Eagles and against his old team. And shout out to the Eagles defense. Maybe the best performance of the year so far this season. 8 sacks. God damn. Woo, that's a rough day for a quarterback. They also let up 0 offensive touchdowns for the second week. Defense caught a stride, baby. Held the Giants to 119 total yards. Big offseason addition, DN Bryce Huff recorded 1.5 sacks over the last 2 games since switching to a 4-point stance. How about that?
Yeah.
The old 4-pointer. Both hands in the ground, man.
He's clearly stated he prefers rushing out of a 4-point stance, and that's probably making a big difference. Let's be honest, though. The reason there are more sacks and the reason Bryce Huff has played better is because they're getting teams into known passing situations. They're getting them into 3rd and long. They're getting leads on offense, and they're getting the opportunity to rush the passer.
Nice.
Like, I think the defense of what they've done the last 2 weeks has been impressive. It's also been against 2 really bad offenses. And
listen, man, you got to keep anybody can score points, man.
When you keep teams. This is what you're supposed to do. When you play bad offenses, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to get 8 sacks. So this is a great sign. But in order for this to continue, 4-point stance, 2-point stance, who gives a shit? Get him into 3rd and long, and you're going to get sacks.
Nice.
That's what it comes down to. All right. And I think that Bryce Huff is playing better. The whole D-line is playing better. The Giants offensive line, I mean, they're out. Their best player, Thomas, didn't start the game. So, yeah, they're feasting, and that's a good sign. But I think the big thing is we got to continue to do a great job on first and second down. And Vic Fangio has said this much. And we used to say it a couple years ago. You have to earn the right to rush the passer. Most of the sacks in this league are not coming on first and second down. You'll get one occasionally off a naked or like 2-minute situation or something like that. But the vast majority of sacks are coming in second and long, third and long, staying ahead of the chains as a defense and having the lead as an offense. And if they keep doing that, these numbers are going to keep being pretty good.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about some numbers that do matter, and that's your fourth down success on offense.
Hey.
We talked about Sirianni and his fourth down call is not working, but that is not the case this past weekend.
No, not at all. Especially the 4th and 3 to A.J. Brown.
How about it, baby, up top? Eagles went for it on 4th and 3 from the 41 in the second quarter, and Jalen connected with, you said it, A.J. Brown. For 41 yards down the field. Absolutely epic, man.
I mean, they're not expecting it. If you're trying to do something unexpected, throw a go ball on 4th.
Listen, man, everybody, you want to come up on the line? We still got that. We still got that dog out there. We like him one-on-one. I don't know if you know that. He's one of the guys we like to go to in that type of situation.
Not a bad guy to go to in any situation, apparently.
There you go. He's out there with the pink shoes again. Got to love the pink cleats. And then with 8 minutes and 33 left in the third quarter, the Birds go for it on 4th and 2 on the 5-yard line. Jalen scrambles for 4 yards to get the first. And then, of course, Jalen finishes it off with a little tush push 2 plays later.
Tush push it in.
Just like that, the narrative that flips. Now, all of a sudden, we like going for it on 4th down. You know what I mean? Shit's good. Shit's rocking, baby. I mean, how about it, Birds fans? Let's go.
I hope people remember this because I feel like a lot of the times they're selective. People remember when you go for it on 4th and you don't get it more than when you go for it on 4th down and you do get it. For whatever reason, that like is entrenched in your head when you don't get points versus, 2 4th down decisions that led to touchdowns, right? And a game that ultimately, without both of those decisions, is much closer than the final score ended up being. Hey, they were the right calls. I don't know. It's one of those things. You go for it and you get it. It's the right call. You go for it and don't get it. You're an idiot.
You should do that, dude.
What are you thinking? How could you make that great job, Coach?
LeBron's stat of the game. Saquon Barkley has the most rushing yards in Eagles history.
Hey.
Through his first 6 games of the season.
That's a pretty good one.
That's pretty good. He's in good company. I mean, Shady, he was working cats for a long time in Philly.
Shady was definitely.
Shout out to Saquon. Next week, the Eagles head to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Back in the Natty, baby. You going to head back to Cincy, watch the Birds?
Man, I would love to.
Get a little Adriatico's pizza?
I don't think I have time. I think for some reason I'm going to be in Pittsburgh.
Get a little Skyline chili. That's not a far.
I mean, I was just back in Cincinnati this past week for homecoming. I didn't stay for the game, but I was there for the week.
Get a little Sigma in, get a little drink out of your mug or what?
No mug.
Both teams are coming off beating the Giants and the Browns in back-to-back weeks. It kind of seems weird that the schedules
that is weird,
aligned like that.
Yeah, Cincinnati, man, I guess they're playing better. It's weird. Their offense looked really good against better teams. In the last 2 weeks, they've kind of struggled a little bit offensively compared to what they were doing against like Washington and some of these other teams. But, hey, they got Joe Burrow. They got some horses out there. At wide out, I think they're going to be pretty good.
Come on now.
So that'll be a fun game to watch.
Eagles have their hands full for sure, man.
Yeah. Before we get to our interview, we're going to get to some of the other games across the league from week 7. Lions take down the undefeated Vikings in an awesome game. I mean, just I
didn't get to watch all of it, but
game.
Yeah.
It did not disappoint. The Lions have now scored more touchdowns than Jared Goff has had incompletions. That's
Jesus.
Insane. Goff is killing it. Ben Johnson's killing it. Jameer Gibbs was playing out of his mind.
What?
Yeah. And they needed him to because Montgomery was, he got hurt early and was playing a little bit limbered, it looked like.
Damn.
Gibbs showed up. The timing of the offense, the creativity is just so impressive to watch right now.
They're in rhythm, baby.
And the Vikings, this was the clash of the Titans right now in the NFC. Both of these teams have been probably the two best ones.
We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Best division of football right now, if you look at the numbers and you look at the records now.
That's right. So did not disappoint. Vikings almost got it late with that fumble recovery for a touchdown.
I thought they had it, man. I thought they had it. When I was watching the replay of how the game ended, it's just like, they're going to leave that one like, man, we should have won it.
We should have had it. Vikings go up and then on. But to Goff's credit, and
to
Detroit Lions, they did not blink. Not
they
1
didn't.
second.
Not a second. Denver 33, New Orleans 10. I'm not gonna lie, I thought New Orleans is banged up. Obviously, didn't have Carr back there.
Their
at QB.
line is
A little Sean Payton revenge game, going back to his old stomping grounds where he won a Super Bowl. September feels like a long time ago for the Saints fans.
For a team that started pretty much hotter than anybody, putting up 50 burgers and blowing teams out. But like you said, they've had the injury bug bad. They've had a bunch of guys, especially up front. And as you know, once the O-line has been decimated, especially that offense, it's so much predicated on like run and play action and the outside zone working in that Kubiak system. Man,
it's tough.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough.
Jacksonville 32. New England
16.
Nice. We almost did it at the same time.
We were almost in sync. Gave us a little coaching drama after the game. Pat's head coach, Gerard Mayo, called his team soft. In quotes, we're a soft football team across the board. We talk about what makes a tough football team, and that's being able to run the ball, being able to stop the run, and that's being able to cover kicks. We did none of these. I mean, very few times do I think the head coach calling a team soft is like the right message to be sending. Even if it's like, I'm all about being honest and keeping people accountable. That defense is different. They've had some injuries. They've had guys leave. Obviously that defense, even last year with Bill, when we played in week 1, they were really good, but they also had Judon was still there. They had a bunch of guys healthy. Like now they've had the defense has changed a little bit. They've had guys in and out, and I got a ton of respect for Gerard Mayo. I mean, ton of respect. As a player, as a person, I've heard nothing but great stuff. I'm just talking about in general terms. And he could be right. I mean, maybe they are soft. I don't fucking know. I haven't watched as much tape as Gerard Mayo has. That's for damn sure. I just know most of the time when I hear coaches saying stuff like that, it's meaningless garbage.
I hear you, brother. It's tough following a guy like Bill Belichick's shoes.
1,000%. Maybe I'm being too up in arms about it.
Yeah, maybe you're fucking spot on. Seattle 34, Atlanta 14. Seattle got some defensive players back. Geno Smith leads the NFL in passing and ranks 6th in completion percentage.
Yeah.
How about that? On pace for 4,821 yards at a 68% rate. All right, now.
Yeah.
Buffalo 34, Tennessee 10. Yeah, I think everybody saw this one coming. Josh Allen, 21 for 33 for 323 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh looking like Josh. And Amari Cooper, who had 4 for 66, got his first touchdown as a Bill.
There we go.
Looks like the Bills are back on track. Cincinnati 21, Cleveland 14. Nick Chubb scored his first touchdown back. Shout out to Chubb. Getting back out there, baby. Over 398 days after his leg injury and versus the Steelers. Chubb is back out there playing, running the rock for the Browns.
Green Bay 24, Houston 22. In a game that came down to the wire, but really Green Bay, without the turnovers, kind of was dominated most of this game. First victory over a team with a winning record for the Packers. And Houston has proven to be tough. Similar to KC, they continue to just like find ways to win. Like all their games have pretty much been close. But CJ Stroud and company are just so good at the end of games. Packers might have the hottest vibes in the NFL right now. Let's look at this tweet. Piss hot. Well, their social media team's doing their job. How important is hot piss to success in the NFL? I don't even know how to answer this. Am I the only one that kind of hates social media teams for NFL teams? Like they've turned into like these meme things. And like, that's all they do with play. They got the cameras all around. And I'm on a podcast. I'm on every fucking commercial that there is. I get it. I'm part of the issue as well. I fucking hate the social media teams for teams now. I just cannot stand them. I don't know why. It's like, will you guys just get the fuck out of my face and let's fucking worry about football? And then they're like talking shit to people They're like talking shit to players. Like, will you shit? What the fuck? When did
Don't
social
be
media
creating
teams?
this bulletin board material.
Yeah.
Don't be creating this bulletin board material.
Hot piss.
Yeah. Well, Matt LaFleur on Packers players preparing for their first noon game of the year, he said they got to wake up with their piss hot. So that's where the social media team made
This
sure
one's good. They did it off for the coach.
They capitalized.
Good job, Green Bay. Good job, Green Bay.
Indiana 16, Miami 10. Not related to the game, but Dolphins are saying we could see Tua next Sunday against the Cardinals. How about it, man?
We were talking about this on the Monday Night Countdown. Ryan Clark, like every single neurologist that they talked to did not say like that he should stop playing football. And they all don't know to what extent continuing to play football or continuing to get concussions is doing to like long-term affect him. Whether anybody else wants to like talk about it, I guess I will right now. Like this has been the like big shadow in the distance of the NFL for the last decade, ever since that concussion movie came out. Like the reality is nobody knows. It is scary to watch a guy go out and have the amount of concussions and the type of concussions that Tua's had and think that like he's not doing something long-term here. But the neurologists clearly don't know that he is. And this is one of the things
telling him that. Yeah.
This is one of the things that I think the NFL really needs to do. Like I know we're doing the Guardian caps. They're doing a great job of instituting rules and procedures in place that limit helmet-to-helmet contact and protocols that allow for safer return to play. I really think that there should be more research done into the longevity and effects that concussions have and ways to mitigate the potential symptoms. Because, like, I don't know, it just feels like something that the NFL can be pioneering, especially with the amount of money that it makes and the amount of resources and attention that it gets, that it can be a part of potentially developing treatments, protocols, lifestyle factors that can mitigate the potential long-term ramifications of some of these things that I think is in the background of a lot of NFL players' minds.
Yeah. Well, you just said a lot of big words and my brain is turning. And I just want to tell Tua, man, we're all supporting you, brother. Go out there and just play healthy, man. Play this game you love, man. And wish you the best of luck, brother. Washington 40, Carolina 7.
The Red Rifle Renaissance was short-lived, unfortunately, in Carolina, or has been short-lived. Got out to a fiery start, but obviously Panthers are still not a very good football team, unfortunately. Washington 40, Carolina 7. The Panthers decline to even put Bryce Young in when they're down 37-0. Should they even go back to Bryce Young? I don't know. If I'm Bryce Young, I don't know. Do you even want to go back in this situation? Like,
I
guess
love
you
to
do.
get the opportunity
You always
to go
want to
compete,
play.
man. Yeah.
I mean, they just have so many issues. Hey, it's Canales' first year, and they're trying to get it fixed. Hopefully they can get it fixed in the future. I don't know. There's still a long season left. How, dude, is it? It is. It must be so hard, like being that bad and knowing you still have
Jason, stop.
11 games. They're 9, 10 or 11. What are they at? What's the care? Like, bro, I'm just being honest. I've played meaningless football games and it's not fun. It is awful.
Yeah.
But usually there's like 2, maybe 3 at the end of the season that you're like really trying to hammer out. Week 7 and you're 1-6. That's a bad feeling, brother. I imagine. Let's get fired up, boys.
Damn it.
Can you imagine the guy giving pregame speeches before the game when you're 1-6?
There's no speeches, Don.
Let's go! And you're just in your head like, dude, will you shut the fuck up? We're 1-6. Let's fucking just go out there and fucking.
That's tough, man.
We all know what's about to happen.
Come on, man.
You got the coach calling the team soft.
We can't have that mentality. We can't have that mentality, man.
Why are we 1-6? Because we're soft. All right. Pittsburgh 37, New York Jets 15. The controversial decision for the Steelers to start Russell Wilson over Justin Fields pays off. I mean, listen, I think Justin was playing really well. Russell got it done. I don't think it was weird. The Jets have been so good defensively the last few years. Now their D-line has changed a lot, and it feels like that's affected them quite a bit. It felt like Pittsburgh just made plays. Like even on some of these deep balls that Russell threw, like there were some really good plays made by the wideouts. So
and the running backs. Running backs, Najee
Should we bring
Harris
Jets Jake on? No.
had 101 and a touchdown.
Where's Jets Jake? Dude, he was on tilt. Now, he was like on Twitter. I mean, he told us a few weeks ago, he's like, oh, they need to hire Mike Vrabel. Then on Twitter after the game, he's like, oh, they shouldn't go defense. They can't go defensive coach again. Like, he has no idea. The best part about this is every New York Jet fan has no idea why they still suck. And they're all just trying to like justify why they're still terrible. And they can't figure it out. Nobody can. You have one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game, a defense that was supposed to be one of the best in the NFL. You just trade for Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Brees out, spend all this money on the offensive line, and they still can't fucking win. It's fucking crazy.
It's football, baby. You just never know, man.
The fans don't. They're starting to go crazy.
Yeah. Well, they're not out of it.
They're not. They're not Carolina Panthers yet.
It's still kind of early.
They're still in it.
Still kind of early.
And the AFC East is not like
the NFC West or NFC North.
Yeah, NFC North. Yeah, it ain't the conference or the division that's loaded this year. You got the Bills coming on strong now, but there'll be some space in the bottom of the playoffs on the AFC side to sneak in there. And you get Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, anything can happen. Game also gave us the coach quote of the week. Brandon Marshall stopped by Mike Tomlin's post-game press conference and asked him if it was one of the boldest decisions ever to start Russell Wilson. And Tomlin replied, that's why I'm well compensated.
Nice. Oh yeah, Tomlin.
We could just put coach quote of the weekend as Mike Tomlin quote, because every week he's going to give something gold. It's the best.
Dude, did you hear his quote a few weeks ago? I forget who they were playing, but it was like a Monday night or a Thursday night game.
I heard it. Yeah,
he hit him with the we got to stop kicking our own butt. If we stop kicking our own butt, we can start focusing on theirs. It's such a banger.
It's so good.
He delivers it too, man. It's a fucking genuine as hell. So good.
It's the best. Then we got the Monday night games. We got the Monday night games. The Chargers couldn't get it done against Arizona. Kyler Murray was scampering all over the place.
He is fucking fast, though, isn't he?
Bro, those legs. It looks and feels like he's a video game. And like everything about him. Like it looks like you created a player. You made him as short as possible. His helmet's fucking enormous. And his feet are moving so quick.
It's so good.
It's outrageous how and his feet, like I can't even describe it.
He can throw the ball. He's got like short arms and he can still throw the ball a mile.
He slings it. He slings it.
It's so
when
cool.
he's on, it is fun to watch. Baltimore 41, Tampa 31 in a game that was probably not as close as the score indicated. Tampa got out to a quick lead. Baker Mayfield and them were balling. And then obviously Mike Evans goes down with the hamstring. And
Chris
threw a couple of interceptions, unfortunately. And against a team like Baltimore, man, it's hard. You know, any little bit of thing.
It's hard, especially when you don't stop the run.
Dude, got to stop the run. Stop the run. They did stop the run in the first half, though. They did a good job. First half, they were doing good, and Lamar was actually throwing pretty damn well.
Well, Lamar is 23-1 against NFC teams, which is a fucking mind-blowing stat. His only loss is actually to Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. How about that? And that does it for our Week 7 roundup. How about it?
All righty.
All right, let's answer maybe one of your not dumb questions, because there's no such thing as dumb questions, just dumbass people. No Dumb Questions is brought to you by Meta Quest. That's right. Expand your world.
All righty. First no dumb question. What breed of dog would make the best quarterback?
That's actually,
it's got to be smart.
It's actually a dumbass question. I think, yeah, obviously you got to be smart. You got to be able to get along with other dogs.
Oh, that's an interesting, I didn't even think about that. That's a good trait.
So you got to have a little bit of a friendliness to you, but you got to be, it depends on what kind of quarterback you want.
The one I thought about right away, because I always think about intelligence when I think of quarterbacks, is a border collie. And border collies, they herd sheep, like they're like in control animals. You saying they need to get along with other dogs is a great point that is making me rethink that.
Would it be like a mixed breed?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm a big mutts are where it's at. There's just, you got to do it responsibly. But yeah, I think mixed breeds are. When I think of dogs that get along with dogs or like anything really, I think a golden retriever, right? They're just like the happiest dogs on the planet 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
labs. German Shepherd is a powerful animal, efficient. Malamute, is that the one that like is like the Secret Service dog? Don't know.
Better, yeah.
I think it is. It's got like the strongest bite force.
Damn.
But do you need to be tall? Should it be a big dog because it needs to be able to see over the pocket?
Yeah, there you go. A little bit bigger.
Like Great Pyrenees.
See, that's the thing. I don't know a lot of breeds.
I would say poodle, but I think they're too fancy. They're too like high maintenance. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the ones that I think are really good usually are kind of like down to earth and like with the team. Yeah. Like Pat's not high maintenance. Look, you seen his body? I saw there was a bit on Derrick Henry that said he doesn't eat fried food anymore, and I'm like, man, that's why I could never be a running back. That's just like too much of a commitment. I can't give up fried food.
Yeah, I don't think that really.
Some people just love football more than me.
Yeah, I don't think that means that makes you a better football player. I think that's just what he feels like his diet needs to be.
I'm going to say height is important.
Yeah.
I want a tall quarterback that can.
I'm going Doberman.
Doberman.
Smart, athletic, tall.
It's got a good blend of athleticism.
I don't know if those things get along with everybody, but they're always out front, you know?
I can't disagree with anything you just said. Definitely not an Irish Wolfhound. They are stupid as a box of rocks. I love my dogs.
Your dogs are very.
I mean, Nessie she's got some smartness to her. Oh, what was Balto? Balto was a husky from the Disney movie, Balto. He's like the lead sled dog in the sled dog movie. Balto?
Sled dogs are huskies, yeah.
All right.
Teamwork. Huskies are good.
They know how to work within a team. Then you got the one at the front that's like the captain.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go husky.
There you go.
Big enough, not like overly big, pretty athletic, smart, work with the team. Yeah, I think that's the one.
All right, I'm still going Doberman.
All right, cool.
And that does it for No Dumb Questions, brought to you by MetaQuest. Expand your world.
All righty. Our guest from Vallejo, California. He played 19 seasons in Major League Baseball for the Guardians, Brewers, and, of course, the Yankees. The 20th overall pick in the 1998 MLB draft from the University of Hawaii. Hawaii. He is a 6-time All-Star, 2007 AL Cy Young Award winner, ALCS MVP, 2-time MLB wins leader, and a member of the Cleveland Guardians Hall of Fame, our hometown. That's right, baby. Also, don't forget this, a World Series champion. Please welcome CC Sabathia.
That was a hell of an intro. Appreciate it.
Heck yeah, brother.
This man is decorated, dog.
Man, thanks for joining us, CC. This is awesome. Can't tell you, man, we grew up watching you play, and we saw your whole career. This is an honor to have you on with us. How's it going?
No, it's good. I mean, it makes me feel old when I hear people say they grew up watching me play. But
listen, you already know it's silly, man. I'm playing with guys that were born in 2004, man. How crazy that's it. So I'm sitting here like, man, I was in high school in 2004. This is crazy.
It's great. You go from being like the young guy in the locker room to like the young OG, and then you're just the OG. Where like guys are like, yeah, I mean, you were one of my guys growing up, and it's good to be that guy, you know what I'm saying? But you got to accept it. It's cool.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
I was there actually when you were the young guy.
How about it, man?
The day you opened against the Baltimore Orioles, I was at that game, and I still remember it because you were the talk of the town. This young kid coming out of nowhere, big left-hander, and bro, it was awesome looking back, being there and watching that. I don't know, what's it feel like to start your major league debut, huh?
No, it was crazy. You know what I was thinking? I mean, just being out there, I couldn't feel my legs the whole time. Like I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're just so hyped. Like you don't know what's really going on. But the whole time I was thinking, I was like, damn, I should have went to sleep last night. Like it was a day game, it was a 1 o'clock game. I didn't go to sleep till like 5 a.m. And it was like the second inning. I was like, I'm fucking exhausted right now. Like I should have got some sleep.
Bro, that adrenaline was pumping.
That's too funny.
That whole year, like 2001, I mean, that team was so great. I played with a bunch of Hall of Famers. I had Robbie and Omar up the middle.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I just felt like I got a chance to learn how to be a professional. I didn't really know anything. I was 20 years old, man, and I was fresh out of high school, a football, basketball player, really just an athlete, and kind of fell into that pitcher mode, and it kind of took off. So, I was really learning on the job, and to have those type of players around me, it was a blessing, man. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
The 90 guards were some of my favorite teams ever. And like you were coming into like kind of like the tail end of a lot of those guys' careers. And it was like, man, they're about to just hand this thing off to CC. He's about to take us right back to the World Series. We already know. Yes. And man, it was awesome. I remember Jason talking about that Baltimore game, man. It's absolutely insane. I was going to ask you, I had no idea you were at the University of Hawaii.
Same.
No, like so I didn't go. No. I had a football scholarship to play there. When I was in high school, I played football, I played basketball, I played baseball, I played everything. And I could never get a school to commit to me. Like UCLA would say, okay, you can come here to play baseball, but we don't want you to play football. USC would be like, we want you to play football, but we don't want you to play baseball. I thought as soon as I got on the campus and somebody saw me, they was going to turn me into an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that I still could play baseball. So the guy in Hawaii was like, we'll let you play badminton here. We don't give a shit. So I was like, that's where I'm going right there. So I ended up signing to go to Hawaii and never won scholarship because I got drafted.
For sure. Nice. Well, that's a good reason not to go. There's a great, we had this later in the rundown, but because we're talking about it right now, we got your highlights. Bro, you were a baller in football. Receiver, big as hell.
He was a dog.
Can you put this on here? There we go. Thank you, Brandon. Check him out. Look at the big
I'm the
fella.
same size right now that I was right there back then.
You are enormous. I don't think you're playing tackle, bro. You're playing tight end.
Nah, but you got to think. As soon as I got on, I was 250 right there. As soon as I got into pro ball, I was 285 immediately.
Wow.
So I would have made for a good tackle.
That's too funny, man. You are athletic as all get out, man. Golly.
What was your favorite sport?
Dude, man.
Is baseball
My favorite sport was football.
It was
I
your
love
favorite.
playing football. Yeah.
What'd you like so much about football?
Football was always my favorite sport. I always grew up playing it out in the streets, and I just always understood football. I could, I could sit down and watch a whole game, and I was just always intrigued by it. So I didn't get a chance to play it until I was in high school, because of the weight limits and all of that stuff.
Oh, sure. Man, you already know.
I grew up playing soccer. You know what I mean? I grew up playing soccer as a kid, and then I got to my freshman year and then just fell in love with the game of football. So,
man, they didn't
it was
have
always my favorite.
They didn't have the southpaw out there slinging it?
Nah, well, I tried that, man, but it was – so my first 2 years I played quarterback. And then I showed up my junior year, bro. I was 6'6", 250. They were like, yeah, we're going to need to put you at tight end.
You can help us out a lot more right here catching the ball. Yeah,
right.
I get it, man. I got a similar story.
Before we get into the Indian stuff, obviously everybody's talking about the World Series happening right now. Your former team, the Yankees, taking on the Dodgers. I guess let's step into that real quick. What do you think about the matchup?
No, I think this is the biggest, best matchup that I feel like we could have had in baseball. The biggest stars are on stage. I mean, we got Shohei Ohtani, we got Aaron Judge, you got Juan Soto, you got Mookie Betts, you got Walker Buehler, you got Garrett Cole. I mean, the list just goes on and on. You got New York against Hollywood. I mean, I think this is the World Series that everybody's kind of been begging for the last 10 years, and we finally got the matchup. So I'm super excited for, what's to come. And to be honest, just watching these playoffs, every game has been exciting.
Man.
Even just the Guardians and Yankees series. I mean, it went, only went 5 games, but every game was right down there to the nail. Guys hitting big homers. And what I've loved about this playoffs the most is the stars have been delivering. It's been Juan Soto delivering. It's been Aaron Judge. It's been Ohtani going off. So, we're seeing our biggest stars on the biggest stage, and they're showing up and they're showing out. And, I'm excited for this Friday to see, these two heavyweights go at it.
I am getting pumped up for it too, man. I love going to World Series games, man. I think I've made it to 6 of the last 7. I think since 2015, when the Royals won it. That was my first experience of World Series baseball. And I was like, man, these games are fucking lit. Golly. It was lit in Kansas City. When the Yankees, when you were, what was it, 2009?
Yeah.
When you guys won it, how crazy were those games because was it still the new stadium or was that the old?
Yeah. It was the first year of the new stadium. So it was almost crazy. We had to kind of win,
Yeah.
So it was that pressure of, the boss bring, he had signed me, AJ, Tex, traded for Nick Swisher. So it was kind of the pressure of, us wanting to win in that new stadium. but we had the core four. So like at this time, somebody asked me yesterday, like, how did you feel at this time going into the World Series? I was calm because I had Derek, I had Mo, I had Andy, you had Jorge, I had all these guys that had been there before. And I'm just kind of riding on their coattails. You know what I mean? Like I had kind of figured out during that year. But I figured out during that year that if I just did my little part and not try to do too much, I feel like, you know, it helped me be able to be better in those bigger moments. I feel like in Cleveland in 2007, we had the best team in the league. We were young. I was the leader of that staff, and I feel like if I pitch better and if I'm able to you know, put stuff, you know, if I'm able to make those moments a little smaller and, you know, be able to show up bigger in those moments, we win the World Series. So that's why I was just, you know what I mean, like trying to learn from those experiences in 2007 and 2008, and in 2009, I'm just riding behind these guys and doing my little thing and, you know, end up, you know, with a ring.
Man, I feel you on that one. And I ended up obviously sticking around in KC, but like learning from the moments that I had previous in the playoffs, man. It's like you look at those moments like, man, I had control of that. If I could have just tweaked it here, if I could have showed up for my guys right here, man, you just know that you could have definitely propelled the team. And, you know, that's the greatness that you bring to the game, big dog.
But that's me with the city of Cleveland, though, you know, in that organization, because I feel like it's just been starving for a World Series. And 2007, we were close. 2016, they were close.
2016, yeah.
But that team in 2007 was really, really good. And who knows? We may stay together. I may not end up a Yankee if we win the World Series in 2007. You know what I'm saying? Like, things end up, you know, you never know how stuff turn out. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be honest, though, they didn't have the pocketbooks to keep you.
You never know.
You ain't lying, dude, man. World Series checks a little different now.
You never know.
That's fair. Let me ask you this, because Philadelphia, the Phillies have been close the last few years. You were just talking about the locker room and like the core four. What is it that enables a team that has like the talent to do it between getting it done and not getting it done? What do you really think that is in baseball specifically?
It's just momentum, to be honest. If you look at like the Phillies running into the Mets, it was just they played them at the wrong time.
Hot bats.
And hot bats. And then sometimes when you play those teams in your division, you look at the Phillies when they beat Atlanta a couple years ago when Atlanta was the best team in the league. When you go and play teams in your division in the playoffs, like the Mets don't care about going into Philly. And that, you know what I'm saying? That's a big advantage for the Phillies. Like going into Citizens Bank and like having to play, you know, in that park. The Mets do that shit all the time. So it doesn't bother them. They can go in there in October and show up and, you know, hit big home runs. So it makes it hard when you play those teams in your division. And I think those three teams for the next 5 years are going to be battling it out and for the division and to see who's getting to the NLCS, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah. Who do you think is going to take the World Series, if you don't mind me asking? Is that too?
I gotta go with the Yankees.
I had a feeling.
I gotta go. I think it's going to be a long series, though. I mean, I have friends. I mean, I'm really close with Mookie Betts. I'm really close with Freddie Freeman. You know, I root for those guys too. But you know, being here, being a Yankee, being in New York. You know, I just been watching this team all year, and it would be big for us and me if they would win the World Series. So I'm excited, and hopefully they can get it done.
You know,
awesome. Do you have a favorite stories from your time with the Yankees or the Guardians? Like, what favorite teammates maybe?
Ooh,
I mean, you play with some iconic people, and especially with the Yankees, obviously. But anything you want to share?
Yeah, I've gotten a chance. I got lucky, man. I got a chance to play with some Hall of Famers, like I said, in Cleveland. Playing with Tome, Robbie, and Omar up the middle. Yes. I can give you a quick Robbie Alomar story. He's he's the smartest baseball player I ever played with. My rookie year, I go 17-5 that rookie year, 2001. Yeah. And I'm starting game 3 of the DS against Seattle, playing at home. And the first inning, I think I gave up a run or two, maybe even 3 runs in the first inning. And I'm a little nervous. I mean, I'm 21 years old. You know, it's my first playoff game. And
crazy.
I'm walking off the field, and Robbie comes running by me. He goes, "Hey, Poppy, what's wrong?" And he goes, "You a little nervous?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'll be fine." And he was like, he came to me. I sat down on the bench. He came to me. He was like, "Don't shake Enar off the rest of the game. Like whatever he puts down, just throw the pitch and, we'll live with it.
Lean on your guy.
He was at second. Enar was a rookie too. He was at second base giving Enar the pitches. He called the game from second base. I didn't give up a run for the rest of the game. He called the game from second base. However, he was giving Enar the signals. He was giving Enar the signals, and he was giving me the pitches, whatever to throw. And I went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. I didn't give up a run the rest of the game.
Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of a second base doing? I've never heard of that.
Never. No.
That's amazing, bro.
Do you think him and Sandy just talked so much that Roberto ended up finding a way to like kind of pick Sandy Alomar's brain, his brother's brain, or was he just?
I think that and just him, just the ability of just being able to he just knew the game. Like he would always, and that's how I learned pitching from sitting next to great hitters, whether it was him or Eddie Murray.
Ooh.
I was sitting on the bench and these guys would know what was coming next. You know what I'm saying? Just by whatever the count was, who the guy was on the mound, who the guy was in the box. And that's how I kind of learned how to sequence my pitches and kind of learned how, to read guys' swings and different things like that. I didn't watch a lot of video. I would just read guys' swings and kind of pitch to my strengths. And I got that from sitting next to guys like Robbie and Eddie Murray and Juan Gonzalez and just really soaking in from hitters.
One of the things I think is the coolest thing in baseball is that cat and mouse chess match that's going on between the hitter and the pitcher and the catcher, like what you're deciding to throw, how you're setting pitches up, like how much goes into it from like a game plan before the game and like knowing what each batter's weakness is, how much of it is, what because everybody knows your fastball and slider were like the biggest things you had going on, but like what goes into the pitch selection, that process. I don't even know how to ask the question, but it's something that's cool as heck watching.
Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, and it's a lot that it just depends on the guy, right? Like a guy like Garrett Cole does a lot of prepping. Like he sits down and he does a lot of prepping. He's going through, every lineup, every scenario, every hitter. And he's a guy that can tailor his game. He can throw every pitch for a strike, in every quadrant.
Right.
So he can pitch really to guys' weaknesses, where a guy like me, what you just said, my fastball, my slider, my strengths, right? So I got to stick to my strength. So if it's a guy like Mike Trout that's good on sliders and the slider's my strength, well, we're going to see who's fucking better today.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? So like I can only do what I can do. So my strengths are my strengths. So once I figured that out about myself, it was less prep for me because now I can just go out and really just pitch to my strengths and really, command the plate the way I know how to and not try to worry about what everybody else is doing. So it didn't really do me any good to watch anybody else's film because I'm not going to pitch the way that guy pitched you anyway. I'm going to go to what I can do, what I have that day, and we're going to figure it out. So it was always just a lot about me reading swings and figuring out what I had that day. My catchers did a lot of prep, and I relied on them a lot.
You trust them,
I didn't shake off a lot. And whatever they put down, I would just throw with conviction and, we're going with it.
Nice.
One of the reasons I think it fascinates me is because I feel like the pitcher-catcher relationship is very similar to the center-quarterback relationship for what you just said.
I was getting ready to say that.
There's a lot of communication back and forth. You each have prepared in your own way to be ready for the game, and you kind of the best tandems figure it out together. But what do you think of the modern state of pitching, man? I don't know what to make. Like with the
Jason's talking about moving the mound back. He said it's too.
No, man,
it's too easy to pitch these days.
Get
man.
this jabroni out of here, man.
It's not too easy to pitch. These guys, the hitting philosophy has changed.
Okay.
These guys don't try to put the ball in play as much as they did anymore. Now it's just all about launching and getting their A swing off. So there's not, and the lineups aren't constructed where you have to kind of pitch through the lineup. Yeah. Everybody's trying to do one thing in a lineup. And that's just hit the ball over the left field wall or the right field wall. So that makes it a lot easier for me to pitch when all you're trying to do in every single count is just jack a ball over the wall and not try to put the ball in play or not trying to put the barrel on it. And that's what made the Guardians so good.
They were just finding a way to get on base. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year, really great. They didn't hit for a lot of power, but they were on base and they could put the ball in play there and strike out a lot. This year, they were doing that where they put the ball in play and not striking out a lot, but then hitting for slugging. They were hitting doubles and homers and Naylor and, Ramirez. So that's what made them so great this year. So I think the game is kind of coming back and reverting back to where, it's more emphasis on putting the ball in play and not just, exit velo and launch angle. And I think we've been changing the rules so much for hitters that it's kind of swinging where you have to change the philosophy. We can't keep changing the fucking rules.
I don't like
guys,
that. Yeah, that's fair.
We can't keep changing the rules when these guys want to hit 230 with 30.
You sound like me and Jason when they keep changing these rules NFL in football, rules. Man. Yeah.
Oh my God! But you know what's crazy is that like it's cool, and I mean I'm sure it's frustrating for you guys, but as a fan of the NFL, it's cool that they're willing to try different rules and change different things about the game. Where in baseball, it took us forever to get rid of the shift. Where we all knew that was the right thing to do, right? Yeah. Or put the pitch clock in. Yeah. So it's just baseball, we get so much grief when we change the rules where now I'm watching a fucking kickoff in the NFL and I've never even, you know what I'm saying? Right. But as a fan, it's cool to see that. And the NBA does that. And I feel like baseball, we need to, stay up to speed with, keeping our game relevant. And I feel like this year we've been seeing the payoffs from that.
It's definitely feel like it's led to more exciting play. It feels like it's led to more offensive production. Some of the rules they've changed.
The games are shorter. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can watch a full game and not feel like it's taking up your whole day, and we're not missing any action.
Right. How do you think you would have handled the pitch counts and like the less like? I feel like you were still pitching like full games at times in your career. Like that never happens anymore. Was it Has that happened once in the playoffs so far? Has there been a starting pitcher that's pitched all 9 innings yet? That used to be like
I don't
standard.
think so.
Right.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't think that's a great question. I don't think there's been a guy that's thrown a complete game yet. And no, I wouldn't have done well with it. Not in my prime. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Don't take me off the mound, man.
Oh, it's not happening. I watched one of these guys, one of these aces come out. It was the 5th inning. He had 89 pitches with no gripes. Like if that was back in the day, I mean, there's no chance. That wouldn't even been a thought. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even get off the bench until I got 120 pitches in the playoffs.
Yes.
So it's just it's a different philosophy, but I feel like everybody's built these super bullpens where, you look
relievers
at you look at the two teams that are in the World Series. Like they're going to be games where it's going to be a reliever that's going to start the game in the World Series.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So just the way that the teams or the rosters are constructed, the bullpens are the best part of these guys, these organizations' teams.
Back onto the World Series, you think Shotani finds a way to throw an inning here or there?
Man, it'd be crazy if he closed out a game, right?
Woo, man, I'm not gonna lie. That would be nuts.
That would be nuts.
You want to talk about bringing baseball? Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I mean, I think, the Dodgers are short, you know what I'm saying, on pitching. I mean, if he's healthy enough, why not bring him back,
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you paid him to do. And he can do it at a high level, and he's been throwing. So if he's healthy, I mean, I don't see why not. I'll be interested to see how they use him going forward anyway. If he's going to be a starter, if he's going to be, long relief out of the bullpen. I mean, I'll be interested to see, and maybe we can get a preview right here.
Nice.
There we go.
Well, my guy, Anthony Rizzo was caught always calling the bullpen in the 4th inning, prank calling the bullpen in the 4th inning. It got out that he was doing that all year this year. Did you guys ever have that on any of your teams? You have somebody that was always prank calling you guys in the bullpen, or?
Now, who was the biggest pranker on the teams that I played with was Brett Gardner. But, I mean, he would do, like wild, crazy stuff. I mean, one time we had our video guy he took his starter for his key, like the unlock. He took the battery out. So this guy took the truck. He had bought a brand new truck. He took the battery out of the unlock button. Yeah. So the guy takes the truck back to the GNC place and is like, oh, something's wrong with the truck. They give him a new one. He takes it out again. And when they open it up, he had put a picture of like himself, like this size, in the battery thing in there. So
that's a good bit right there.
Yeah, Gardy was the best pranker. But when you sit in the bullpen, man, the whole time, like your stomach is just hurting, right? Like as a bull, because you don't know. As soon as the phone rings, you like, this is me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it for me? Do I need to get ready?
Especially in a big moment in the playoffs. And
yeah, so I can only imagine every 4th inning, like he's calling down there and like somebody's like damn near about to shit on themselves getting ready. And he's just down there messing around.
I want to hear one of these things, man. They got to record one of these things. Is he calling like the pizza, like delivery guy? Like, hey, yeah, can I put in an order for a pepperoni, a 12-inch pepperoni, and you got the hot wings today? I got to hear one of these things. Rizzo's funny as hell for that.
Nah, yeah, they definitely should record it. Rizzo is funny, and that's like I said, I mean, that's a good way to loosen it up and keep it light. But it's hard, man, during the baseball season to have different ways to it get monogamous, 162 throughout the season.
How do you guys get ready for 162 games?
Jesus.
Like, I know pitchers, obviously you're not doing all of them,
man.
but like,
I was about to say,
it's insane to me that there's that many. Like, as a football player, once a week, that feels like too much. But 3 games a week, 4 games sometimes,
every day. It's every single day. But like, I feel like your schedule with football is like you're home all week, right? Like, but every day you're up from like 9 to 5, like meetings from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So it's just like, every day is meeting. So it's basically, so for us, basically the same thing. Like, we know we have to be up at the park by the bus is at 2:30.
Got it.
Our day really don't start until like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get up, do whatever you need to do. Bus is at 2, game at 7. It just becomes a part of your life.
There you go.
For me, as like a pitcher, watching position players, like I would always ask Jeet, I'm like, how do you guys do this shit every day? Or like Jorge catching 140 out of 120. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the summer, and you got these different pitchers and guys coming in. So being a position player in the big leagues is vastly underrated. I feel like doing what Cal Ripken did is incredibly underrated and will never, ever be fucking touched again. Ever. Nobody will ever come close to doing that.
They won't let you.
So, no, they won't even. In every sport though, right? Like,
yes,
every sport now they have load management where guys ain't playing. I just saw Embiid say he'll never play a back-to-back again in his career.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just
at least
a
that's crazy
mentality.
to me. I don't know. Yeah,
it sounds crazy to me too. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of those things where, you're watching these guys get up and do this every single day. And that's why, for me, I love to watch like the guys now, like Manny Machado or Freddie Freeman or Mookie. These guys post. And I know how hard that is to do in this day and age. And you got to tip your hat to these guys.
Freddie with his ankle right now.
And still
he is
like
literally hobbling around to first base.
But do you know how inspiring that is for like other players to see a guy go through a whole summer?
Yes.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like that,
100%.
That's a huge rallying thing for the locker room. So
that's a guy I want on my team. Give me that guy.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to be funny, but like 30% of Freddie Freeman is better than 100% of anybody else. Shit, give me that guy, bro.
Hell yeah.
I love it. We're going to get to the start of your career within the Guardians, but we were talking about rules and how they've changed some of the things. I got to ask you this question. What is one rule that you would change to make baseball better?
The biggest rule I would change to make baseball better, it would be every getaway day. So every game that you play on the road, a getaway day, would have to be a day game. So like you guys don't. So like every game. So like as a Yankee, we come in to play the Phillies on a Thursday. I would want that to be a day game and not a 7:00 game, so I can get out. Not a night game. If that's a day game, we can get into the next city or get home at a reasonable hour. But the Yankees, because we're always the gate. Or the Dodgers or Boston or whoever else, then we always get a night game, and then we are in at 4 or 5 in the morning with a game the next day. So it would be universal getaway day, has to be a day game.
Man, that seems fair.
For sure.
It definitely
seems fair, right? But that shit don't happen, man.
Have the players presented that as an option?
It only affects such a small portion of the league that nobody has really presented it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I have been, in the league office, I've been saying, that we need to correct this and get, make it an even playing field travel-wise for everybody.
Right.
Because I feel like that's such a big thing now with guys, with their sleep and, getting their rest. And I feel like it puts some of these bigger market teams, the Phillies, the Dodgers, the Yankees, at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
When they're getting in at 5 in the morning to every city.
The TV networks want to keep them night games too, just because it's like prime time and stuff like that. But
yeah,
sometimes you got to look out for the players for sure.
Yeah, especially when you're playing 162 throughout the summer. Fuck, we give us 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we got plenty of TV games.
So I saw you at actually last year's World Series. I saw you down there in Dallas, and I realized that you're staying involved with the MLB. You're in like an ambassadors program. Can you elaborate on it?
Yeah, so I started working with the league in 2021 as a special assistant to the commissioner. Okay. Help them with players of player relations. I have a lot of relationship within the league. We go around and do meetings and, and let Rob get in front of the players and, any questions that they have, they can kind of, address him right in front of them, and have these meetings. When I was playing, I didn't have that access. I feel like it's kind of helped, with player relations or having guys feel comfortable coming to the league office with, whatever problem that they have. I was able this last year to do, some things at Rickwood. We had the game at Rickwood, Alabama between the Giants and the Cardinals. I threw a big softball game down there, just kind of honoring Willie Mays. So I've been able to stay, in the league office and stay within the game. And that's been a lot of fun. And for me, when I got done playing, I retired, I was like, I'm done with baseball. Like, I won't be around baseball. I won't watch baseball. I'm a huge fucking baseball fan. I love baseball. We're a baseball family. So it just keeps me in the game, man.
I love it, man.
Hell yeah.
CC, have you thought about getting into the broadcasting stuff more? I know you'll dabble a little bit here and there, but have you ever got approached by some of the networks or thought about doing it?
Yeah, you know what? My last year in 2019, I actually worked at ESPN when Get Up first opened, when they first opened that Seaport studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good for me to be able to do that. And I was like, this is not what I want to do. Because that next year, I would have signed up and I would have did, you know what I mean? I would have went full bore. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I can talk about sports in my own way and not be in a suit. I don't want to be dressed up talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watch all sports. And for me, I want to talk about every sport. I watch a lot of NFL. I watch a lot of basketball. Obviously, I love baseball, but I mean, I want to talk about everything. And I feel like, when I was at ESPN, they just had me only talking about baseball. So
nice. Well, let's talk about some other sports.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We play the Las Vegas Raiders this week, man. I think
Trav,
listen, might be a Raiders fan.
I am not a Raiders fan anymore. Not for the rest of this season. I'm rolling with Saquon and the Eagles, bro.
I respect. That's a good team to jump on with.
My man.
The Raiders they make it so hard to be a fan, bro. Like, from trading Devontae to not getting a quarterback in the offseason to just everything that goes on. I'm a diehard. I'm a diehard Raider fan. Like, it runs through my blood. I have to go to 1 or 2 games a season where I'm in Vegas. I have to go to a game in person. And I did that last week. I went to my Steelers game and the Raiders-Steelers game, but it's hard. It's so hard. I have to root for a winner, man. And I feel like the Eagles are going to bring me some joy here on the East Coast. So I'm rolling with the Eagles, dog.
Hey, man, we got to get to a game then. We got to go. What's your favorite sport to watch then? Besides baseball, is the NFL the thing you like watching the most?
Yeah, the NFL and then basketball, obviously. But I watch a lot of Premier League soccer. I go over to watch a lot of soccer. I'm actually going over next month to watch Real Madrid. Watching Mbappe over there. Like I said, when I was saying earlier, I couldn't play Pop Warner football growing up, so I had to play soccer. My dad was like, you're going to play something in the winter. So he had me playing soccer, and I kind of fell in love with it. And like I said, I understood a lot of sports when I was young, and I really just fell in love with it, so I still go over there and watch a lot of Premier.
I feel like all three of us kind of have that similar, like, appreciation for all sports and understanding all the game's each game's rules and everything. Tell me this though, man, because you could play in high school. We were talking about it earlier. We saw the highlights. Sometimes you watch these NFL games? You're like, man, I can do that. I could have done that.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to sit here and disrespect you guys like that.
I wouldn't take it as disrespect. I wouldn't take it as disrespect.
Nah. I mean, I was pretty good in high school. I don't know how I would have went in college. Like I said, that first year when I got drafted by the Indians back then, I was 255 pounds. I went home that offseason. When I came back in February, I was like 285, 290. So I'm telling you, if I show up on a college campus, I'm an offensive tackle right away. So, you know what I'm saying? Life might have been a little different, but no, I mean, I appreciate what you guys can do out there. And no, I mean, it would have been interesting, but I don't know if I could have played as long as I played in baseball and the NFL.
Man, 19 in football is insane. I mean,
I look at like
my guy Mercedes Lewis, though. He's doing it at tight end right now. He's in his 19th year, and man, hats off to Mercedes. He's unbelievable throughout his entire career. I remember watching him over there in Jacksonville, and just in awe that I'm still, he's still in the league doing it at the highest level, man.
Which is crazy.
AJ Brown, Philadelphia Eagle himself, has said He can play in the MLB. Stands on it every time he's been asked about it. Do you think he could touch anybody in the league?
You know what? I've seen AJ swing, and I've watched. He was like a pretty good player. I saw him do some perfect game. He went through like the high level perfect game stuff. So yeah, I think any guy like that played baseball for that long throughout high school has a chance to still play and swing a bat. You can see Donovan Mitchell, a guy like Donovan Mitchell. He can. He still swings. He can still play. I feel like Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He played baseball through college. So I feel like
Pat Mahomes out there playing baseball.
Pat Mahomes. Pat was a really good baseball player.
Yeah,
and I feel like it shows up a lot in his football game. Just watching him, like he runs around out there kind of like a shortstop. He's flipping the ball with both hands.
Isn't it crazy?
Like, he's throwing from every angle.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of the good quarterbacks are like that, where they're like. It's like the baseball effect where you can kind of throw from, all the angles.
Yeah, it's a whole nother skill set, really. He's just out there almost like a and one basketball player, somebody that's at the park that really knows how to dribble just different or have their own version of it, man. We'll ask you this, what do you think the easier transition is, baseball to football or football to baseball?
I think it would be baseball to football. I think it would be harder to transition from from football to baseball. And this is even like for me when I got drafted, because I was a football player and I was just an athlete. I got drafted in the first round. Even when I got drafted, I was on the phone with Dan O'Dowd and I was like, am I playing first base or am I pitching? Like I had no idea, you know what I mean? And in my mind, I was like, hey, I can go play baseball. I can take this $1 million. I can do this for 2 years and I can go back to college. Chris Winkie had just did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like there's guys, there was examples of me, like there was examples of guys that took the baseball money and then went back to college to play football. And I was like, all right, so if this shit don't work out, then I can just go back and play football. And that was always my fallback plan. I think it would be a lot easier if you're doing both. If you pick baseball, you can always fall back to go play football.
We tried to have a fallback guy, Tim Tebow, do it not too long ago, man. Tebow is in the minors a little bit.
There have been some guys that have tried.
How difficult is it to get drafted and then immediately go into the minors?
It's extremely hard to, especially from high school, right? Like, somebody like me, I was a guy, like I went from my mom washing my uniform after the game to like now I'm a professional.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is
that,
every single day. Like in high school, you're playing Tuesdays, maybe Fridays.
Good.
And then when you turn pro, like I was 17 years old still. I didn't turn 18 until, 3 weeks after I got drafted. So man. I didn't know how to wash clothes. Like they just drop you off in the middle of North Carolina, and you're a pro. You got to figure out how to get to the ballpark. Man. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out how to manage your money. You got to figure out what you're going to eat, how much fuel you're going to have, throughout the day, how to work out, how to do kind of everything. So you go from being like an amateur and you're a pro, and it's just you and a bunch of other high school cats and 15 other Dominican guys that's trying, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all literally down there trying to figure it out. Like, it was a culture shock. It was a rough. I mean, the first 3 nights of my professional career, I called home crying.
Wow.
I was like, do I have to, if I come home, do I got to get his money back? And my mom was like, you better stay your ass there.
Yeah, you ain't coming.
Good advice, Mom. Good advice, Mom. Good advice, Mom.
You are not welcome home.
Until this check clear. If this check clear, then you can come home. But it's pretty rough. Like, so that's why, I have a junior in college right now. He goes to the University of Houston. And I wanted him to get that college experience. I wanted him to be able to grow up, be a man before he entered that minor league, because he didn't have to make a decision I had to make. I had to make that decision because me and my mom needed the money. He didn't have to make that decision. He can grow up, go out and play some college baseball, grow, mature, and then become a pro.
I hear you.
Man, we got to get to Cleveland.
Yeah, you already know we got to talk some Cleveland ball, baby.
Yeah.
What was your time like in Cleveland? Not just as a player, but like in the city. Like, what do you remember and like really take away from your time in Cleveland?
No, I love Cleveland. I always tell people, like, I was born and raised in Vallejo, California, right? Like if you open up my soul, there's probably a box in there with Mac Dre playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, born and raised in Vallejo, California to my soul. But I grew up in Cleveland. Like, I got to Cleveland, I was 17 years old, and I stayed there until I was 28.
That's crazy.
3 of the 4 of my kids were born there. Me and my wife got married there. I lived with a host family in Shaker Heights my first 2 seasons.
Right down the
Shaker,
street.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love the east side of Cleveland. We really enjoyed the east side. I mean, I was going to Randall Park Mall to get all my clothes.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm really ingrained in. I'm going to Next and Shaker Square to, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my spots. So
I used to run over to Shaker Square to go see you play because they take the rapid right down to the Gateway District. Oh yeah.
You know, that was my home, and you know, I stayed there in the off season. I mean, I went to Cavs games. I was there when it was Tractor Trailer and Ricky Davis.
Come on, baby, R&B So Ricky Davis and Darius Miles, man.
Exactly. Like I grew up in Cleveland, man. Like
That's so cool.
I'm, you know, so that city, you know, holds a special place in me and my wife's heart. And, you know, even my kids, if you go talk to my oldest son right now, he's an Ohio State fan. And, you know, my daughter, they love, you know, being from, you know, Westlake, or they say, you know, Westlake, Ohio, but being from Cleveland. So
nice. Yeah,
I mean, it's very near and dear to our hearts. And like I always say, I grew up, born and raised in Cali, but grew up in Cleveland.
That's awesome, man. You were talking about the Cavs, man. Did you ever catch LeBron, the wave of LeBron before he got drafted to Cleveland? Like, did you catch him at St. Vincent St. Mary?
I did. So we had this program with the Indians. I keep saying Indians, with the Guardians called.
We do it too still.
I know, it was the Winter Development Program. So they would bring us all to Cleveland the month of January. So we would be up there the whole month. So our big league trainer, his name was Paul Spacuzza. He would referee AAU and high school games. So one year in the winter, he kept talking about this kid. He was like, "Oh, you got to come see this kid play." Blah, blah, blah. He's telling all of us. He's telling me, Dave Risky, all these different guys that are with the Guardians at the time. He's like, "Oh, you got to come see this guy play." And we're all like, "No chance we're going to see an 8th grader go play basketball. Like,
no
we
way.
got better shit to do. We got better shit to do." So that offseason, we didn't go. We come back the next offseason. He's like, "All right, I got a better prop for you. Like, the kid's playing right across the street. Like, he's playing in the Cavs arena. We can walk underneath. We can go. We can watch the game." He was a freshman. He had 40, 18, and 20. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And then ever since then, like awesome. Every time I came back to Cleveland in the wintertime, I was figuring out a way to go watch LeBron. I even watched him play high school football. So
I was about to ask that because he was a football player too, man.
I got a chance to go see him play high school football. I met Mav and Rich and all those guys. Very, very young, very early. So I've been knowing those guys a long time.
Man, I'll tell you what. I try and like tell people about, because I went and saw him at the Weinstein. I saw him at Cleveland State. He was selling out arenas so much. You couldn't put him in a high school arena for like the big time games. You had to go to like a bigger arena. Yeah. And man, it was unbelievable. I was sitting up in the nosebleeds and you could still see how big he was on the court compared to everybody else. It was ridiculous.
And you can see the stars that would come see him play. Like, it would be everybody would show up in Cleveland, like from Shaq to AI to whoever else, like is coming to, going to the games. And like, even back then, like you said, Trav, like you can see he was way bigger than everybody and way more skilled, but he would always make the right basketball play, right? Like, he could score 60 points in those games.
Easy.
But he would always end up with 24, 8, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's making the right basketball play every time I've watched him play since he was in the freshman in high school. He's done the right thing on the court every single time. His basketball IQ is off the charts.
Yeah, man. I still remember going to that game, though, man. It was unbelievable. He went off the backboard in a game, and at that point in my life, I was just like, man, I want to be the next LeBron James. Ended up choosing basketball over hockey going into high school, and a lot of that was because I was like, man, this dude just makes basketball look so fun and just sports look so fun, man.
Was that a big thing for you guys, like living in Cleveland, like choosing – like over hockey, like because hockey's a big sport out there, right? It's a big winter sport.
Yes, I mean we grew up playing hockey since I was 5. I think Jason was a little bit older, but when he got into it, I immediately got into it since like the lowest level of at least organized hockey. And on top of that, man, we grew up with the same guys, the same teammates throughout our lives. So it's like we had a connection with like the team and everything, and that was definitely the hardest thing for me. Going into high school was figuring out which winter sport I was going to play. was it going to be hockey or basketball, and I ended up hanging up the skates. But
yeah, it was weird because we played everything, and we even played like 2 sports in the same season. I like look back and like, how the hell did we even do that? Like, how did Trav play basketball and hockey? I like wrestled and played hockey one year. I'm like, it's weird thinking back that we were even able to do that. You know, our parents somehow made that work. I don't even know how they facilitated that.
I was just looking at a picture in my mudroom right now. My guy's got football pads. He's got a baseball bat over there. He's got like, you know what I'm saying? Like just in the mudroom right now. Like it's like, it's crazy.
And I feel like baseball deals with this a lot where kids like just play baseball year round.
Definitely in the South for sure.
I'm such a big proponent of playing as many sports as you can while you're young because it just develops you more. But it feels like, I know hitting is like, if you want to be a good hitter, you got to hit a lot, right?
But too much of anything is a bad thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like you don't have to hit that much to be like, we didn't hit that much. Like I played 16 baseball games when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like we played the little league schedule. And then when it was in August, we played football or whatever else.
Soccer.
And then basketball or soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like we're playing the sports. And I think a lot of these kids get burnt out in their sport, whatever it is, because they just specialize way too early. And I feel like you play these other sports, it makes you so much a better athlete, and it makes you better in your main sport.
Right.
Like football made me so much better as a baseball player. Basketball made me so much better as a baseball player because of footwork and like being so big and be able to move around. You know what I'm saying? Like these, I mean, I'm sure with hockey and you playing center or, you know what I'm saying? Like Trav, you playing 100%. Quarterback and like, you know what I'm saying? Like these things make you into your ultimate,
100%.
Make you into an ultimate athlete. When you play just one thing, you can get good at that one thing, but you're not as athletic as you ultimately could be if you play these other sports, or even like your mentality playing your main sport changes when you play these other sports.
Absolutely.
You just become more well-rounded, man. I'm with you, man. I promise.
I watch Trav out there shaking guys sometimes. I'm like, man, he's just out there playing basketball.
Man, he's playing especially off the line. If you watch him off the line,
yes.
If I just had the ability to dribble while doing that, I'd be in the NBA. Keep trying to tell y'all. No,
he's got LeBron, the same Vincent St. Mary in his head. He's like, well, I'm hitting.
But I feel like the same thing like with Myles Garrett too. Like he's the same. He's kind of like a hooper like that, where he just moves fluid, and he's like,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty cool to see.
He had this one move last year. He hit over a center. I forget what team he was playing, but he's literally like acting like a basketball player, doing a crossover before the snap, and then hits him and kills him on a one-on-one. I was like, dude, thank God I'm not that center, because I don't know what the hell you would even do. Like what the heck is that freaky move right there? But
we talked about a little bit about Roberto and Omar and maybe even Diaz. Who were the guys that mentored you, like when you first got into the league, like maybe even like back when you were playing in the minors? Like who was that one guy? Me and Jason always like to try and figure out the one person you could always lean on and, you know, show some love to because they helped you out a tremendous amount. Who is that? Who do you think that guy was for you?
You know what? It was, real early in my career, it was Manny Ramirez, guys.
Manny?
Yeah, it was. And Manny was a first rounder, I think, in 93. I was a first rounder. I came out in 98. And we would all, like in Winter Haven in spring training, we all kind of stayed at the same hotel. Like the young guys in the minor leagues, we all stayed at the hotel. And some of the younger big leaguers would stay at the hotel. And Manny would kind of stay at the hotel in his younger days. And when I first came around, he would take me out to eat and all this different stuff. And one time we're coming back from eating, and this is like, I mean, we've been hanging out maybe like a year or two now, and this is like, you know, the third time this spring training that we're coming back from eating. And he looks at me, he goes, "Papi, why you never speak Spanish?" And I would go, "Bro, I'm from fucking Vallejo. I'm from California, man." Like, the whole time I think he was mentoring me because he thought I was Dominican. Like,
that boy Manny.
So it was Manny early. We have a great relationship.
That's awesome, man.
David Justice was there early. But when I first got to the big leagues, it was Ellis Burks. Ellis Burks was the guy who he bought me my first suit when I made the team. And he really, that first year, he really taught me how to be a pro. Took me under his wing, told me what to do and what not to do. Because I was so young, I was so green, I had no idea. I mean, I didn't even know how many innings you had to pitch to get a win at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I was really, really, really learning on the job, and Ellis did a good job with me.
Nice, man.
We asked this question too. Not knowing who mentored you, do you have one moment that was like your welcome to Major League Baseball moment?
The best story I feel like where I felt like I was like one of the guys was, so after my first start, I don't think I won that game. I didn't win the first start. So the second start, I pitched in Detroit, and I went 5 innings. I gave up 4 runs. We fly to Baltimore, and we get in early. We go out to dinner. I ended up getting the win that night in Detroit. We go to dinner. The guys take me out, and I had like a suit on. Yeah. And I just remember guys like stuffing like money in my pockets. Like everybody was like, they took me out and they were like everybody handed me like money, like cash. And I just remember like waking up the next day, I had all this money, all this cash, like one of the best moments of my life. And I just felt like, it was like one of those like, welcome to the team, kid, kind of moments, man. Which is pretty cool. That kind of made me feel like I was a part of, you know what I mean?
Dope. I like that better. Yeah. Dude, in the NFL, we take the rookies out and they got to buy like this absurd dinner where they spend all their money. I like that better. Yeah. Let's give the young guys some cash. I like that. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. And when I first got called up, it was a lot of hazing. It was a lot of like, the young guys have to do this, do that. And now it's a lot different. I mean, for me, I wanted to be different. I want the young guys to come up and feel comfortable, be a part of the team. I didn't want any of them to go through kind of the stuff I went through. So we kind of changed the culture a little bit, and now these young guys get to come up and feel comfortable. So it's good.
That's awesome.
Nice,
That's awesome.
Man.
How many? 19 seasons?
19 seasons. Yeah. I was lucky.
You said you threw until you couldn't anymore. Have you tried to throw a baseball? What does it feel like now if you tried to do that?
Man, if I try to throw hard, it's not good. I play catch with my sons all the time. I have a 14-year-old that plays, and I'm playing catch and throwing BP with him. But yeah, my shoulder's done.
Damn,
which is good. That's a good thing because I would still be trying to play. Like the Yankees in the World Series right now, I'd be calling catch like, you already come out the bullpen.
You look like you need an inning.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good thing I can't throw right now because I'd be itching to come out of somebody's bullpen right now trying to get another ring.
I've been saying it for the past like 3 years. Everyone keeps asking me about retirement. I'm like, man, I'm gonna play till the wheels fall off. I just fucking love competing, man. I like being out there on the field and showing up for the guys next to me. It's just what I love to do. So I can only imagine what it really felt like when that shoulder started to really mess up for you, and you weren't able to like have the success that you wanted to have. I'm sure that was a tough time for you to come to realization with that.
It was, but it was like I knew I was gonna be good at retirement. So I'm going pro at retirement, bro. Like I knew I was gonna be. I got hurt in 2014, which is Jeter's last season, and I didn't really travel that year. And it was like kind of had my first summer off. We played a whole summer, so we never get Memorial Day or 4th of July. Like we don't know what that's like. So that first summer, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be like really good at retirement. So after that. Like every year it kept creeping in to where I was like, every road trip, like I'm packing and I'm like, fuck man, like where before I'm happy to like pack and go with the guys and like, what I'm saying, hit the road. Now I'm, upset I'm missing this game or this daughter's competition or this stuff. So it got to a point where it was like, when I started, getting upset about packing, it's like it's time for you to be home.
Yes, for sure.
And now I'm in the locker room with guys that have more in common with my 14-year-old son than they have in common with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it's time to go. I mean, as much as I love to compete, as much as I love the game, I don't miss anything about it. I got my feel out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won a championship. I got to do it at the highest level with, what I consider one of the best organizations. So I don't miss it at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good with it. And I just love watching baseball now.
I love it, man. And like you said earlier, you're still doing a lot with the league and being that voice for players and that connector. We got a segment on the show called "We Gotta Ask, But You Don't Have to Answer." So let's wrap this crazy convo up with the segment, and it's exactly what it sounds like. CC, we're gonna ask you some rapid fire questions, and you can literally tell us to fuck off, or you can answer them. We'll have some fun. Jason, go ahead and start with the first one.
Yeah. Are pitchers the most superstitious professional athletes out there?
I think baseball players in general. I think baseball players have to be the most superstitious athletes on the planet, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you have any
I can agree to that.
weird superstitions you've seen over the years? What's the weirdest one?
Jeter ate the same thing every single day. He would like peanut butter and honey sandwich. He would take a bite of it and then throw the rest of the shit out.
Just to get his bite in. I just got to get my bite.
It was, like he must have did that one time, didn't have time, had a great game. You know what I'm saying? And then and then for me, like it was always like, so before my starts, I had to be in the hot tub at like 4:23.
Yeah.
I had to be out of the hot tub at like 4:34, on the training table 4:30, like time. So like
I was the same way.
They had to be walking out of the locker room at 6:36, like with my jacket and everything. Like, so it was always like about the time for me.
Same.
You had times like that too?
I would always go in and there's always a list in the locker room for football that tells you what time each position has to be out. And I would go and find out when the centers and quarterbacks had to be out for snapping. And I would work back every 15 minutes. I would have like markers like, okay, at 1 hour before that, I'm taking my pre-workout drink and doing this. At 45 minutes, I'm taking my anti-inflammatory. At 30 minutes, I'm getting changed.
Gotta make sure that thing gets some time to kick in.
As you get older now. Yes, sir.
That's too far. Man, you guys are crazy, man. I can't do that, man. I'm so bad with time, and I'm the most inconsistent person in the world. So I was like, man, let me not just set myself up for failure here on these superstitions.
So you don't have any?
I'm just
going
to show up to the
like that?
ballpark and just play some football, man.
No routine like that? You don't have no routine like that before the game with time?
I mean, other than making sure I take that anti-inflammatory about 45 minutes before I go out on that field. That's about the only one I got. And sometimes I even forget to take that until I'm like right about to go out there.
Well, have you ever been out there and realized you forgot to take it?
Yeah.
It's like, why do I feel so bad? Oh, yeah, that's why.
All of a sudden, you turn on the film on Monday morning, you see, man, Travis was real slow in the first quarter.
No, I've never been to the bullpen without my anti-inflammatory or Toradol, whatever I got to take.
All right,
for sure. Whichever one it is.
CC, what's the toughest ballpark you ever played in?
Toughest ballpark? I think Fenway is the toughest ballpark to play in.
Fenway?
Ooh.
I think so. I mean, just the atmosphere, the Green Monster. You have to change the way you pitch in that park. And like, we talked about it earlier. I don't like to change I pitch to my strengths. I do what I do. And there you have to actually change the way you pitch because of the wall. So I think Fenway was always the toughest place to pitch.
What a home field advantage, man. That's crazy.
Do you have one batter you faced in your career that just like, you're glad you never got to face him again? He just, for some reason, had your number.
Man, I wish it was just one guy.
Right?
I wish it was just one guy. But Manny Ramirez, for sure. I mean, Manny, he would always get me in the biggest spots. And then Evan Longoria. Evan Longoria, yeah. I mean, it got to a point where I was just like, I mean, there was one game where Tony Pena, he was our catching coordinator. He was like, just throw them all sliders today. So it was like a game where I would just throw them all sliders. And he was like, just throw them all changeups today. And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's really nothing I could do to get him out. Like, he just saw the ball out of my hand so good that the one time I ran over to him, I was like, bro, I'm going to start throwing to you underhand. Like, it's nothing like
I'm going to completely change
I'm just going to turn right hand, and I'm just going to start throwing this thing over here. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of pitchers?
Wow, I've never been asked that question. I would have to go Ferguson Jenkins for sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would have to go Bob Gibson.
Okay.
Randy Johnson.
The unit.
Big unit.
And I'm putting Pedro up there, man.
Pedro.
Man, I mean, yeah.
Pedro's nasty, bro.
Got those flexible fingers.
Pedro got those flexible fingers.
Some alien fingers.
Yeah.
That's
Pedro was
crazy.
nasty, man. Pedro was nasty. And he would come after you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pitched anytime, and he would come after you. So those would be my guys.
Pedro, do you see Pedro with his fingers back there? You start stretching your hand every day. You're just, I need that extra. Just tail.
It's funny that everybody knew that about him, right? Like,
do you still believe in the motto, mass equals gas?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had to be over 310 to be able to throw the ball over 95.
Hey,
what?
Very much.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's
like my biggest I pitched at was like 338. I would pitch at like
big
in
man.
my Milwaukee days. Yeah, the Milwaukee early New York days, I was like 330. I went on a trip to Italy one time. I came back and I was like, I didn't weigh myself. I was just pasta and wine. Bro, I came back. I was 346. Like I'll never forget getting on the scale and it was like 346.
And get in that sauna, take a few.
And it's in December. You know what I'm saying? Like I got like 6 weeks before I need to be back to 290.
Oh wow!
Everybody's like, "What's CC running polls for?" It's like, man, I heard he went to Italy. Man, don't go to Italy in the off season, man. This shit crazy.
I was doing that lemonade diet where I was doing like the cayenne pepper with the lemonade. Like I was crazy.
Nice details.
I got down though. I got back.
Listen, man, we're the Kansas City dad bods over here. We just make it shake. We make it shake.
It.
All right, and then what's your advice to kids getting into baseball now, man? If you had some just a little bit of advice you can give to some of our younger viewers, man.
Man, my advice would just be just to enjoy the game. Don't take it too serious. Play other sports, but have fun and enjoy the game, and really be a fan of the game. Watch baseball. Go to games if you can. Go out and play with your friends. I think the more that you're a fan of baseball, the more you fall in love with it and the better you become as a player. But I think you really need to be a fan of this game to understand it and to really know what it is to love it.
I'm with you on that, brother.
Oh, yeah. That's all we got.
Appreciate you, man.
CC, what you got any questions for us before you hop up out of here?
I mean, you guys both, played, in Super Bowls or at the highest level. Like, what would your advice be as far as getting there or, working towards, did you work? Cause I never worked to play in the World Series or to be in the Hall of Fame or it was just always just trying to get better or one day at a time. Was that with you guys or was it no, I'm trying to win Super Bowls or this is my goal?
Well, I'll answer first because I feel like they've won 2 in a row, so they might already be thinking about the Super Bowl. But for me, no, you're always focused on winning the day, right? You're always focused on just getting better in any way, shape, or form, and you're week by week. I think everybody starts the season with you want to win the Super Bowl, and that's the end goal. But I don't think that's where you're at any moment until you're there, if that makes sense. It's always about, man, we got to be. If we're playing Cleveland this week, how do we beat Cleveland? Or what did I do last week? How do I not make those same mistakes again and get better this week? And to me, I felt like I was never, that was always the main dream, but there were always shorter term goals that were kind of keeping you on the right track, right?
Yeah.
Doing your job, getting better every day and, staying in the moment. I think help you achieve all those long-term goals.
Yeah.
What about you, Trev?
I kind of go along the same lines as what you were saying, CC. One of my coaches in college used to say, "Feed the fire, fuel that knowledge and that love for the game, and really understand it to the minute details." I have never been satisfied watching myself on film. I literally am my worst critic. And I feel like if guys take that mentality, not only in sports, but just in life of always trying to find ways to better themselves, you'll slowly start to take steps up that staircase of success and find ways to, get better at whether it's catching the football, throwing the football, blocking, things like that. I always try and take the 4 or 5 months that we have in the off season to find one thing to really understand to a whole nother level. And this year it was how to recover better, how to recover faster throughout the week. What are some things that I can do? And it's just been a whole I don't want to say change of routine, but it's just been a whole fine tuning of the routine throughout the week so that even in, week 4 to week 10 to week 16 to week 20, if I'm fortunate enough to play in the Super Bowl, I found a way to be at my top and best physical form for the guys around me and just be accountable, man. But I would say just be your own worst critic in life, man. You can't tell me I played terrible, man. I'll be the one to say it first.
I hate myself. Yeah, I've already told myself.
That's what people always say about playing here. How can you handle the pressure of playing in New York? No, I already put so much pressure on myself that you know what I mean? If I give up a run, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? So there's no more amount of pressure that you can put on me that the external pressure that's going to break me,
Right. Absolutely.
I got another question about one more football if y'all don't mind. about, it's just like, I watch so much football and I see everybody talk about offensive lines and, this offensive line bad, that offensive line bad, but the defensive lines every team has a freak on their defensive line.
Yeah.
Like every single one, whether it's Max Crosby or Joey Bosa or JJ Watt. Like, why won't they take some of these guys that don't make it on the defensive line, turn them into offensive linemen, so you can kind of match some of these bodies and these fucking skill set that these guys have? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a good point, man.
It is crazy. I think, those defensive guys it's a sexier position. That's what I would want to play. So all those guys want to play, right? Everybody wants to get sacks. They don't want to have to block Myles
You don't have
Garrett.
to think as hard. You can kind of just go and play your game.
Every team has a freak, though. Every team has like one or two on their defensive line.
And to kind of talk about this a little bit more, like most of the best offensive linemen were those, like most of the best offensive linemen in the league, at least I don't want to, like, not all of them, but a lot of those guys were former position players, right? Like I was a linebacker growing up. Lane Johnson played tight end and quarterback. Jason Peters, who played with the Eagles for a long time, was a tight end in college. So there are a lot more skill and athletic guys switching to the offensive line for exactly what you're saying. Like you can't just be a big, like strong guy anymore and be a successful offensive lineman. It's going to be really hard to compete with athletes. You got to be a crazy athlete now and all that other stuff. And those are rare people. It's rare human beings to find 6'6" dudes that are athletic, big, strong. Like they just
tough. Yeah. You know it.
Yeah,
exactly. But
I feel like so many offensive linemen take so much shit, or these offensive line period, because they're like, but it's like, do you see what I'm like?
Yeah. Like, do you see what I have to do over here?
What the fuck is on the other side?
Come on out here and try and do it then, all right? You come out and block Myles Garrett, block Michael Parsons.
But every offense is like, oh, their offensive line is terrible. No, fuck that. Look at the defensive line that they're fucking blocking. Yeah.
Well, the other thing with O-line is like, if you do your job 9 out of 10 times, it's a failure. Like, if you give up 1 sack in a game, I had a bad day pass blocking. I could have had 39 snaps and I got my job done, but that one is going to haunt me in my head. So it's like, like
it's like being a relief pitcher. That's like being a closer, right? Yeah.
One pitch.
So frustrating. It's like, man, these guys get paid too. They're pretty dang good. My fire is fueled, back to what Trav was saying, because the World Series is coming up. We're going to see a world champion announced in a couple weeks. And it's baseball season right now, man. I can't thank you so much. Thank you enough, CC, for coming on. It was awesome talking to you, getting your story and also just your frame on this series that's about to happen. You're the best, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Big fans of y'all. So anytime y'all want me to come on, anytime I'm on.
Hell yeah.
You're awesome. The best, brother. We'll definitely have to get a few rounds of golf in over there on the East Coast.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
in Jersey. This is an easy one to get in.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Hit up old Trout. And that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you to my man CC Sabathia for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Reminder, you can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts. And you can also give a call to the Heights Hotline. That's right. Leave us a voicemail asking for relationship advice at 929-399-7260. We'll respond to our favorites on the next Wondery Plus episode.
We got all the advice for you, baby. All right, now the ladies' men over at the Heights Hotline.
That's right, ladies' men.
Once again, New Heights is a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Peloton. Find your push, find your power with Peloton. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. And thank you to our production and crew. We love you guys for deleting everything that would get us canceled. And thank you to the 92%ers for always tuning in each and every week. Tell a friend, baby. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.